And we're off again. Same thing. Feel like we've done this before.
Hear this speech again. A little bit of deja vu happening here. Let's see what they get out of their first 3 chests, and we get a the Stones of Sunlight right off the bat, one of the key items. And a bit of cash. It looks like NES was checking his stats, and he's gonna reset.
Yeah, he only got 507 gold. That's not even enough for a hand axe. So if you're going to get a first gold chest, you want to at least get 560, just in case there is a town nearby and a hand axe.
Looks like Edge got 679, so he's off to the races. Looks like he is going to go back and save with this kind of money. Looks like NES did get 600 this time, so let's see when they leave the town what kind of enemies they're going to encounter now, but they do have a little more strength and HP, so let's see how this is going to work. Oh, and Big C right next to Little T.
And a town. Hopefully that hand axe is...
We're already off to a blistering start here.
And we got Garingham. Does it have the hand axe?
It does not, but it does have some chainmail. As they remember from this. Looks like NES has hit a magician and is going west. So he is not going to see that town right away to the north, but he will come back to it later. And the wolf is going to send him home, so that's going to be a quick reset for NES, so he doesn't lose his cashola.
So this is going to work out good for Edge, because he's got, at least, he couldn't get the hand axe, but he's got at least some armor, some protection, and he's going to be able to stock up on some herbs. And he's going to have 20 defense when he's out of this, which is going to make it so all the early enemies don't really do much damage to him.
No, it looks like NES has found the slime for the first kill of the match. Oh, and there's a cave right next to Sherlock.
Red Slimes decided to migrate a little closer to the castle this time.
Yeah, it doesn't look like we have anything dangerous yet, but we will see as we get farther on in. Looks like NES is going to sit here and grind for a bit, if he can still continue to hit. Meanwhile, Edge has restocked himself with a club, a chainmail, a small shield, and some herbs, so he is off to the races. He should be able to take out any early game enemies fairly easily now. Looks like we've got some wolves with stop spell. Oh, and there's another slime for NES. That's going to bring him 1.0. Looks like Edge is going toe-to-toe with this scorpion. 2 for 1, 2 for none. 1 for 1, it's pretty even, folks. It's going to be a battle of attrition right here.
Oh yeah, he can actually easily kill this scorpion, because he's got herbs and he's not taking much damage. He's going to get a nice, good experience chunk right here at the start.
As long as it's always using the herb. Smart play by Edgeworth. Veteran move! See, I roll good seeds.
Yeah, this is why I'm not allowed to roll seeds, because that disaster that happened before this is what happens when I roll seeds.
And it looks...
We sit here for 3 hours.
And it looks like they're both going to get level 2 at the same time, but Edge is going to take an experience lead from that scorpion. Not much of a level. A strength point, a couple of other things, but no spells, so... So NES is going to give us a look at the cave, and I believe that this could be tablet, right? If there's a no up and down way to go.
Or mountain cave. It's one of 2 options. It depends if you can go 2 squares to the right or more.
I'm not good with the darkness in the caves.
Also, yeah, tablet is enemy free, so the fact that he got into a Goldman fight instantly makes that the mountain cave.
So we have the mountain cave next to Sherlock. We got Edge hitting level 3. Getting a good boost to his strength and his hit points.
And of course, you always get early repel when you have nothing else to help it.
Yeah, it looks like all these early game purchases from Edge from finding that town is really paying off. NES has not gone north to see the town, but now he goes north. He might even reset to get his money back, but we'll see. At this early point in the race, would that be something you'd think about doing, Highspirits, since you wasted all that money?
Not now. Not after he goes to the shop and sees what's actually there. Because he's just going to get a club, which is not going to help out too much. I mean, it's the 4 attack power, but it's nothing that's worth resetting 4 minutes worth of potentially 5 minutes of combat just for that.
Looks like Edge is trying to take down this Warlock here. It's in a heavy battle. They're both hitting for about the same. It's like a slap fight, folks. You slap me, I slap you. Whoever falls first loses. But if Edge can manage to take down this Warlock, this is going to be a big boost to his experience. And he does take it down.
Havoc's Gaming, an update for those who weren't here earlier. There was 2 races that were going on right now. There was a situation with reseeding and breaking of the rules, and it required. What happened is we ended up having NEScardnality and Edgestream reschedule, but in the second race, we forfeit. So these 2 decided to go ahead and restart their race. And Melee Wizard is currently on his Twitch channel right now at twitch.tv/MeleeWizard, who is playing that horrible seed that we rolled, and he will be declared the victor if he finishes that seed.
Look at that agility at level 5, 23. Too bad you got 1 of everything else, but the agility makes up for it. Alright, we got NES. Looks like he's trying to do a grind right around Sherlock where you find those red slimes, which you can easily now take out with the club. Meanwhile, Edge is restocking his herbs and might be getting ready to do some more exploring, or he might decide to level a little bit more, because they do have sleep, so that could help out in a way, but we'll have to see what happens. Looks like NES is going to get level 4 here at the same time. 5 power, 1 agility, 2 hit, 1 magic, and no spells to speak of.
Yeah, Edge going ahead and going to the town first, able to get that chainmail, definitely gives him more of a defensive boost and allowed him to get a small experience lead here at this.
Looks like NES decided to try the mountain cave again, but the knight wasn't having none of it. He said, "You're not coming on my turf, pal." Meanwhile, it looks like Edge is going to continue his grind here on the magicians and the medium or tier 2 enemies, so we'll see what level Edge decides to go to before he might decide to branch out and do some more exploration here. And meanwhile, we got NES fighting a Magi-Drakey and Edgestream fighting a magician at the same time. We really haven't seen anything dangerous out of these early game enemies yet, have we, HS?
It seems pretty night and day compared to what they had to deal with not long ago. Except for they do have 19 strength at level 5 right now, so it's not like they're and no spells except for sleep, so it's not like they're doing a whole lot of different damage right now.
Yeah, well, they didn't even get the level 5 last seed. Heck,
that is
get
true.
Level 2.
And Edge is going to be level 6 very soon because he's able to take out skeletons right now. Very slowly, but he.
Yeah, looks like NES is grinding at the bottom of Sherlock, where he's finding the slimes and the Magi-Drakes and stuff, and Edge is just above Tantagel, where he's finding scorpions and those middler game enemies like skeletons. Edge right now has about a 93 point experience lead, but with no
heals, just going to keep growing right now.
Yeah, but with no heal spells and no hurt more hurts, it's going to be slow going on the grind, but both these runners are very experienced, so they'll be able to pull this out of the fire. Question in chat, where is Melee? Bryce off Melee is actually running his race on his own Twitch channel, so all you people be sure to go over there and send him, tell him hi, good luck, and drop him a follow because he is still running his race. He does have to finish in order to pick up the victory. Looks like we got Edge branching out a little bit more to the north here now. Going to do some exploration here, see what he can find.
Yeah, he got another level and another useless spell, but he doesn't want to stick around. So he's going to try to do some exploration now.
Looks like NES is picking up level 5. He's going to get that big agility boost. Going to be good to see that. That'll be a good boost to the... Uh-oh!
Yeah. Level 6 has 49 agility, so it's not too bad.
Yeah, well, the Armored Knight doesn't think so, but if he only casts Hurt, this could be a good endgame enemy to grind on. Oh, there you go.
Yeah, he still has a high chance to cast Hurt, it looks like, so that could actually be very good for everyone. And Ness, better be careful. He's going to die to an armor or to a knight 3 times.
And there's the knight. Will he get away? Yeah, he gets away this time. That big agility boost from the level really paying off, folks. But the knight's back for revenge and has hurt more. He says, I'm not punching you anymore, son.
Ooh, look at that armored knight. 25% hurt, 75% heal more.
Ooh, that could be a bad grind. If you grind on armored knights, you're gonna have a bad time. Meanwhile, Edge has now found the mountain cave. He is using a torch to light the way, so we'll see if he has the same luck as NES, or if he has better. Looks like he's going to hit just a drill, and looks like NES is heading back into cave again, and he is doing these caves in the dark. As a very experienced runner, this is peanuts for him. He can easily do all these caves in the dark if he wants. Meanwhile, Edge coming across a knight that does get away. We're going to get a look at our first chest here, and it is a herb.
Yeah, Ness was able to get to the herb before he died.
Yeah, it looks like Ness is heading for floor 2. He does these so seamlessly. Looks like they picked up a fairy water in the second chest. Oh, he's going to use the torch now, though. And I think the demon... Oh, right on the button. The Demon Knight sends him home.
There's some pretty nasty stuff hiding out. Not going to make it easy to get all these chests. Nope. That means there's nothing in there, right?
No. You know there's something big in here.
Oh, please. The death necklace doesn't count.
It does if you got no HP. It does if you got a ton of HP and no strength.
How about that seed earlier, where at level 16, 17, they had 82 health, but level 18, they had 97 health and 170 attack power?
Oh, that was just nuts. They were just mowing the Dragon Lord down for like 20 to 25, and Edge picks up a key.
Actually, they did 35. But yeah, a key! Woo, key!
The Game Breaker, we can call them. Keys, the Game Breakers.
And money to get more keys, which is even better.
And a torch, and this key now can be used at the castle to get more keys, which they can use to check the treasury, and then they can go down below tent the jail. Looks like Edge is going to get sent home by this Demon Knight.
Potential to set up a gold grind if it's there, because there was a silver shield, I believe. Was that in Garingham that I saw?
I believe
so. Or I'm
so.
mixing up the two seeds.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen Garingham yet, have we? I thought Garingham was
that's the one town that they found was Garingham.
Cool. Looks like Edge is going to buy some keys.
Oh, there was only a large shield. Okay.
For those of you wondering what a gold grind is, or what we're speaking of, if this is your first time watching the Dragon Warrior Randomizer, what it is, it's kind of a bug that the game can only handle so many, I think it's so many bytes or so many whatever it is, but either way,
8.
After you open 8 chests, the game doesn't quite know what to do when you get to the 9th, so it basically just keeps repeating, and you can pretty much just get the chest till your heart's content. And you'll notice we're going to get some really weird names too, because the game really does not know what to do. But it looks like we did a fairy water, a torch, and now we have another torch. Or the silver harp, sorry.
The good old glitch. Don't know what you're getting until you got.
The token and the harp.
And the fighter's ring in there. That was a pretty stacked treasury. Unfortunately, no gold, but that was still a pretty stacked. They got everything they need to make the rainbow drop once they find the rainbow drop cave, or Staff of Rain cave.
Yeah, Edge actually is almost in go mode. For key items, that is. But if there's a chest in this place here that has gold, there is still a possible gold grind. And this is the fighter's cave. Or the grave. Oh boy, this could be big. But really, what are you looking for now? Basically just Erdrick's sword.
Yeah, the sword is the big... You gotta at least check the top 3 chests for the sword. And of course you want to check for gold too.
And we got some wings, which turned out to be Wings, maybe?
It looked like another torch or dragon scale. There it is.
And now we get another dragon scale.
Which I believe is either keys or herbs. Probably herbs.
And that's probably keys. That's probably keys because he's got 6 keys, so... Looks like he might go deeper to see if there is going to be a gold chest here. Or the big twig.
Well, I'm guessing because he already cleared out the treasury and the mountain cave, he's probably thinking that the chances of getting the sword, the 2 chests down here might be worth diving for, so he might as well get it out of the way now.
Yeah, because these would be the 2 big caves done. The mountain and the graves, so if the sword's not here, you're pretty much banking that it's probably going to end up in Sharlock. Although there is 1 chest in Rimdalar, and there is the free Stones of Sunlight chest. So, and 3 chests in Garenham behind the door.
And tablet. We still haven't found that. We've only found Mountain and Garingham Grave right now. There's a lot out there.
And NES does not quite make it because the knight sends him back again. He's not having any luck with those knights.
Yeah, that hurt more is hurting. When you have 37 max HP, that's almost a guarantee one-shot.
And we have a sword magician, folks, which happens to be, we will find out in 1 second, the fairy water. So still no gold chest.
Looks like the Dragon Lord hoarded all the gold today.
There's still 1 more chest for Edge to get to.
Because there's, I believe, 7 gold chests in the game, so there's a lot of gold left in just a few chests. If he doesn't find any here, that almost, you know, puts a very good chance that that the sword's going to be in Charlotte.
Yeah, because there is a lot of gold chests, like you said. Looks like there's some higher level enemies on this floor, Magi Wyverns and stuff. Meanwhile, NES is branching out. He's heading west, gonna see if he can find something like a town, something he really needs. Meanwhile, Edge is taking a huge lead right now. And if this is the sword, this could be the game breaker. It's a Harp Knight, folks. That is a mega useful item. We know it's not gold, though. The Death Necklace.
Yeah, the sword's the only thing they could find in the chest now that would be helpful. So although, actually, that's a gold grind now if he wants to do it, for at least the large shield. Because once you take the Death Necklace, there can no longer be any more Death Necklaces. So it turns into a 120 gold chest, which would be perfect if he wanted to at least buy the large shield.
I had no idea about that.
Yep, so in the vanilla game, there is 1 chest inside the mountain cave that has a 1 in 32 chance to be the Death Necklace, and if it's not that, then it's 120 gold. But because the Death Necklace in the randomizer is guaranteed, basically you're guaranteed to get the Death Necklace, and then it reverts into the 120 gold chest.
Nice, it looks like NES is now fighting a Warlock, trying to put it to sleep, but it's waking up. Edge is making out with his money. He might already have enough for a large shield, so he really didn't need to grind, but he's going to check the door in here. He desperately knows there's either going to be gold or the sword in one of these chests right now. And there's the gold, little too late. There's some wings. Wings. All the gold
there's his large shield.
Now, if this happens to be the Staff of Rain Cave, this will be a big advantage for Ed. But it's looking like the tablet, I'm gonna say.
Yep, the tablet.
So, we'll see if the Erdrick puts stuff in his own cave. Because I do believe this is called the Erdrick's Cave in the vanilla, isn't it?
Yep, it's Erdrick's Cave. Call it the Tablet Cave, because there's a tablet at the end of it. Because, well, I don't want to do any spoilers, so it's the Tablet Cave.
Tsukia, actually, the sword could still be in Rimdalar.
Yeah, there's the the vanilla Stones of Sunlight Cave, and Rimildar, and then Sharlock.
So, there's still 2 more chests here on the overworld that could hold a sword. But right now, I would say, if Edge can find that Staff of Rain Cave, he might bet on the 7 chests over 2.
Well, it's not spoiling this game, it's spoiling a different game. Just throwing it out there for Pyrotic Tiger. But it looks like you're probably going to get the... Oh, there was magic armor here. Although that probably would have been too much to ask for. 120 gold at a time.
He's grabbing a small shield instead of the large. Oh no, he sold a small. Never mind.
You got the large, yeah.
Duh, I are dumb.
Considering they have 49 agility at level 6, there's probably a good chance that the large shield is all that they're going to need, so... yeah, the game is only 19 minutes old, but yeah, so they're not going to gold... Obviously, they can't gold grind, and they're not going to be able to get the silver shield, so definitely a good value get.
Yeah, there's no way they'll have a silver shield unless the grind happens to bring them close. They can do the Garenham one. I mean, it would waste all your keys, but if you were really close enough.
Well, it is close enough to the castle, so it wouldn't take them too long to do it.
So let's see now what Edge is going to do here next. One would think he's got that Staff of Rain cave on his mind, folks. Edge is a focused man.
The key is at the bottom of the mountain cave, which NEScardnality has not been able to get to because he keeps dying to that hurt-mooring knight on the way down. But while Edge is doing all these chest gets, Ness is quickly getting to the next level.
Yeah, on this time, Ness has actually taken the experience lead away from Edgeworth at this point. But Edgeworth has a massive lead in the key item department until NES is actually able to make it through the cave. We gotta check the south now, hits the green dragon, but gets away okay. It looks like NES is still deciding to grind. He doesn't like those knights in the cave, so he wants a few more levels.
Well, either does Edge, because he just got blasted by one.
Edge is feeling the burn now.
But yeah, Ness is very close to the next level. Probably hoping to get something, some strength, maybe some health at level 7, so he can survive.
Some hurt more. Alright, looks like Ness gonna take down the Magidrakies with ease here. This Poltergeist, boy, it can dodge. Here we go, level 7 for card. 6 power, 2 speed, 6 hit, 8 magic, and a spell. And it's stop spell.
Hey, he can. If they have a low stop spell resistance, he can avoid the hurt wars now.
Yeah, also, if he does come across an armored knight, you can use stop spell. And if he's in hurt rotation, well, that could be an easily good grind right there.
And 6 out of 16, so a little better than 50% chance to stop spell. But the knight also has stop spell, so it's a matter of who can get it first.
Looks like Edge decided I'm going to do a little grind here too as well, before moving and branching out into the world, so we have both our runners doing the grind at this point in time, folks. You should give these runners a follow. Edge Stream and NEScardnality, they are very good streamers. They do stream a lot of randos, so I very recommend you following these nice gentlemen, as well as my co-commentator HS, who is, along with our fellow admins, keeping this tournament running very smoothly. We appreciate all the hard work they have been.
We've been keeping busy tonight, that's for sure. Because we still have more races, including another quad that is starting on Randomania 2 right now, so... And even more at 10 and 10:30 tonight. Lots of races going on.
Looks like we got dueling wolves here. Looks like wolves have stop spell, but hits it on a nope. Doesn't. No, wait a sec. Yeah, wolf. But nice stop spell on the wolves. This should be an easy takedown if they like to cast stop spell.
Yeah, wolves are really great experience early on, and they're not too hard to kill. They do a little bit of damage, but considering like Edge has 46 defense, he's not feeling too much from them. But Ness is going back in for the dive. Let's see if he can make.
Looks like he got through the first floor fairly easy. Didn't come across any enemies. Let's see how he fares on this floor. He gets to the first gold chest, and he gets his magic key, and he's got to be smiling now. Meanwhile, Edge is branched off now, going to do some more exploration. I believe he's heading southeast of the castle here, so... Oh, a blue dragon doe gets the jump on him and sends him back. Exploration's still going to be hard with no heal or heal more at this point in time, especially with this low HP level.
Yeah, it's you're now getting to the point where you have to decide if you want to keep grinding, but you know you're gonna want those wolves. You're gonna have to get to get to 600 experience. But I don't think Ness is gonna do any grinding for a while, just because he's got keys and a lot of chests to check. But I think with your health total and with your spells, it's a toss up if you're gonna grind.
Looks like NES did get out with his keys, but he is walking out of here. So he is going to hopefully walk out of here, but these knights are trying to stop him.
I think he was trying to get that herb out of the chest, so because that made 5 chests, and that makes it so if even the first chest had gold in it when he gets to the treasury, it's guaranteed that he can gold grind it.
But he's probably going to follow the same route Edge followed. He'll probably go get a key. He'll go open the first door, buy some keys, then open the treasury, find out there's no gold, check the thing. He's going to follow in Edge's footsteps here right now. And
to answer Mikolos, no, the Dragon Lord does not. Unfortunately, this is not like Zelda 1 Randomizer. The Dragon Lord does not become the hero. It will still be the Dragon Lord. You would just be fighting his evil twin. Or good twin, it depends how you look at it.
And Edge gets the stop spell to hit on the knight, but he tried to take a shot at the knight and did 1 damage, and the knight just punched him into the ground. Meanwhile, Edge is buying... NES has got his keys now, so he's got to feel a lot better about himself, but do you think he feels behind at this point in time? With that
obviously,
so
the magic key right there. Yeah, he obviously feels behind. Also, I do have a question to ask. Thanks to ETAP brought this up. If the Dragon Lord talks to the Dragon Lord, and the Dragon Lord asks the Dragon Lord if he wants half of the world, does that mean the Dragon Lord gets a full world, or does he have to split the world with the Dragon Lord?
You asking me?
Yeah, I mean, you know, unless someone else wants to answer.
Hey, you're talking to the guy that actually accepted the deal. I took the deal in last year's tournament playing right.
But were you the Dragon Lord? Because then you don't know if you actually got the Dragon Lord's half of the world.
No, you'd only get half the world. There'd be 2 Dragon Lords ruling the world. Because it is two separate entities,
So the names are not actually messed up. What they are is the games in this game. Your primary stats are based off of your name. So each runner generally takes a 1 character name based on their stat build. That gives them the best stats. And in the case of these two, both the capital Z and the dash give what is called a strength HP build, which means those 2 stats will be higher, and agility and MP will get a 10% penalty.
Looks like Ness is inside the grave now, so he is going to get all his chests.
Oh, the names. Part of the glitch, the infinite gold chest glitch, is, I guess, when if you pull an item out of memory, it tries to pull one item and then one name from the monster array inside the memory. So that's why you get things like Axe Ghost, because it's taking an equipment name or an item name in the axe, and then it's amending it to generally a monster in the monster index. Like you get Sword Magician, Axe Ghost. That's the reason why.
Looks like Ness is heading for the bottom of the grave. I don't quite remember what was in there. I don't know if there was anything in these bottom 2 chests, but he's going to check them out anyway. Looks like
there was fairy water and gold, I think.
Looks like Edge is venturing. Oh, he gets an excellent move on the wolf. That'll be good experience for this mid-game. And this is one huge swamp. Oh
yeah, Death Necklace in fairy water it was.
Alright, Edge gets through the swamp and finds a bridge. And a town. Could this be Cole? Could this be Hawksness? And it's Grimdalaw. And there is 1 chest, and this could be the sword.
There's only 1 outstanding chest after this, and he knows that because he's found everything so far. So there's only 1 outstanding chest after this.
Yeah, and that is in the Vanilla Stones of Sunlight. It looks like Edge is going to buy a sword so he can poke stuff now instead of beating it over the head.
Yes, we have the mega upgrade from the club all the way to the copper sword.
And we have some wings.
Very vanilla.
So it's looking more and more like that sword is stuck down in Sherlock.
Yep, there's only one chest left. The only cave that has not been found with a chest in it in the Stones of Sunlight cave.
Hey, Sar, welcome to the match. Welcome in the chat. Once again, I'd like to thank all you fine people for joining us in this race tonight. It is some fast action, and it is a good race. Meanwhile, Ness is almost done his dive here of the grave. So right now, I think it's pretty much a race to find Call and Hawksness.
Or Catlin, because we know one of the three spots is going to be blank because we found the token already in a chest. But yeah, there's three spots that has to be found. One of them has that fancy tin can that you put around you that keeps you safe from the swamp.
Yeah, there is 3 search spots in this game, which normally would hold the Fairy Flute, the Erdrick's Token, and the Erdrick's Armor. But since the token and the flute can be found in chests, that pushes one of the trap tiles to be blank. So right now, only 2 of the 3 contain items. So it might only be one if the Fairy Flute's in a chest. So there could be some rabbit holes to go down that might not pan out the way people think.
There is a gold grindable chest. It is the Death Necklace chest. So if they want to go 120 gold at a time, at the very bottom of the grave, they are welcome.
Alright, it's gonna be
Swamp Cave. Yep. Has to be Swamp. It's the only dark one left.
And there's Cole. We're gonna get a look at the search spot. Is this gonna be the armor? Is this gonna be the flute? Is this gonna be a dud? Get your guesses in now.
Disappointment.
So we're down to Hawksness and the coordinates. Oh look, a hand axe. But no money.
So that puts the armor either on the world map, randomly placed, probably not on a Sparkover bridge, unfortunately, or it's in Hawksness.
Alright, let's see. Edge is probably going to take Swamp. Is this south or north? It looks like it's, he doesn't have outside, so... Looks like he's in South Swamp right now. He may decide to check the grind tile. We'll see. Meanwhile...
it is not possible for the armor to be in Sherlock right now, but in a later version, which will probably come out after the tournament, the armor will possibly be randomized into a chest, which includes being in Sherlock. That's a little preview of 2.2 after the tournament.
Nice. Looks like Edge is hitting some knights. His nightmare here going through this swamp cave, and just about takes him out. He's down to 3 hit points, but he gets away. And he's out of herbs, no heal spells. He's running on empty, folks. Just fume.
Ooh, but there's a cave. He can make it, and it's the last chest. Where are we going to find this?
And it's a torch, so the sword is down the bottom of Sherlock.
Yes, we get to play the $100,000 pyramid game inside Sherlock, where there is a pyramid with the same dollar values as the $100,000 pyramid. 50, 100, 150, 200, 250, and 300. And whatever your guess is when we get there, you win today's grand prize. Unless it's the vanilla judges table, and then you lose everything.
So alright, NES now is going to branch out and do some more exploring. I would think he has his items. Meanwhile, Edge did get sent back because he didn't have enough hit points to take a swamp tile. Looks like NES is going to grind here. He's probably not feeling comfortable with his levels before rolling out into the world.
So I think the only caves we haven't found yet is the Rainbow Drop and these Staff of Rain caves. So, you know, Edge knows there's no chests left. He's purely going to be looking for Catlin and or Hawksness, but he knows he can't deal with Hawksness right now. So if I was him, I would almost take the time to grind for a little bit, since you know that the only thing you have to do is search now. You don't have to actually dive anything anymore.
Well, looks like the Blue Dragon has other ideas for both these players. Says, head back home.
Very close seed when it comes to experience right now.
Actually, this seed is neck and neck. They both got the same key items. The only advantage is the fact that Edge has a copper sword and not a club. I mean, this is
And a lot more exploration now.
Yeah,
he knows a lot more about the map.
But NES will catch up quick with his cartographic skills. Folks, if you really enjoy watching a master make a map, I recommend checking out NEScardnality stream while he's running a randomizer. It is amazing how he does his maps. Me, I personally just put a letter, and I draw arrows in the direction I think the next thing is, so. So, alright, looks like NEScard is gonna grind on some wolves here, gonna stop spell them. Meanwhile, Edge is branching out again and finds a couple of one spark over bridge. It's a cave. That's gotta be the jerk or the, oh, metal slimes with sleep and hurt. No way. Slapped and wrecked by a ball of metal.
And to give a quick update on Melee Wizard, it looks like he has made it to level 12 so far, so he is still going strong in his nightmare seed. Or maybe it's not as much of a nightmare if he's level 12 already.
Yeah, he must be doing something right. But that seed, folks, was really bad off the start. Highspirits has been banned. Oh, look at that! Drones with heal more. And I mean, they're level 7, and there's still not really any spells available that's... except for stop spell. Looks like Edge has decided to grind along with NES, so we're gonna have a little bit of a dual grind here. We'll see who comes out on top. There's only a 20 experience lead for NES right now, so... NES with 2 excellent moves in a row on the Poltergeists.
Getting close to a level. They still have no strength, so they're not really doing any damage. So it's like they're scratching and clawing to get to that 600 so they can get the next level.
Well, NES is bonking people over the head and Edge is stabbing people, so... But it looks like these wolves are the enemy to go on right now.
I'm shocked Edge is running right now. He only needs 6 experience to level, and he just saw 3 red slimes and ran from each of them.
You might be wanting the big ticket enemies instead.
Yeah, but, you know, they're one-shottable, and, you know, when you need 6 experience, you might as well get 6 experience.
Looks like we may have dual level 8s here. Let's see what level
Edge
8
wins.
We have 2 power, 6 agility, 19 hit points, big HP gain. That is going to make exploration a whole lot better, but they still have no healing ability.
Yeah, no healing and no strength.
So you're basically a walking, limp, wet bag at this point in time. Sherlock dive does depend on stats, but some people decide to go early. It's
also, they don't have armor, so... They don't have armor and no healing, so they'll get destroyed before they make it past the first floor.
Yeah, you wouldn't dare dive Sherlock without Erdrick's armor. There's no doubt of that. Because those 15 damaged trap tiles would take you out before you'd even get to the stairwell. And it looks like Edge is heading back to the town. Could be to restock herbs. Uh-oh, and NES finds an armored knight. Won't let him run, but he gets away to second. Both runners relying on herbs to do the bulk of their healing here. Looks like the armored knight decided to cast hurt. Oh, NES can't get away and it attacks. 38 big damage. That chainmail's nothing to him.
Yeah, that axe is a little too big, and that chainmail's a little too flimsy. Not gonna really work. But yeah, Edge restocks up on herbs and is probably going to go back and explore now.
I don't
he has
know.
a lot more health to work with.
He didn't restore his health at the town, so I don't know what his plan is, to be honest.
That might have been an oops. From what I've seen, there's a lot of swamp on this world map when they get out of this area, so that's going to be tough for them to do any exploring right now. They're going to burn a lot of healing just trying to see what's...
It looks like NES is going back into Garinham, perhaps to grab some more gold. Maybe he wants to get a broadsword, because I do believe there was one available. Meanwhile, green dragons have hurt more. So that's something right there. And an update in chat, looks like Melee Wizard finally found the armor.
At 1 hour and 16 minutes or so, he's got the armor, he's level 12, and he's doing a good amount of damage. I wouldn't be shocked if he has the Erdrick sword. Also, blue dragons have sleep, apparently, as I turn in to see what's...
Looks here that NES didn't get enough money for a broadsword. But he couldn't, because the chest only gave him that much, I suppose. But he's casting Repel, so I don't... He's probably looking for the medium-range enemies now. He doesn't want to see slimes and stuff anymore.
Yeah, exploration mode for everyone now.
Yeah, I mean, you got some hit points now, so you might as well branch out a little bit into the world.
Yes, Mika, by the way, to answer your question. Each monster can have up to 2 abilities that they can do. They could have none, but in the case of like the Armored Knight, they have heal more. They have a big chance to heal more if they're low on health, or they have a okay chance to cast Hurt spell. But other than that, if they fail those percentages, they melee.
NES did come across the Jerk Cave, but unfortunately, they are still missing the Staff of Thunder. Looks like Edge is going to get the same information fairly soon, unless this Wraith Knight takes him out. And the Wraith Knights have hurt more. And they like to cast it. No, Final Fantasy Rando is a little bit different. They can have 4 spells and 4 skills. Looks like NES is going to take the big trudge through the swamp here. Make it to the other side, herb up, and hit this desert. And the Green Dragon says, not in my desert. Oh, 45! Holding on by the skin of his teeth. Looks like a Warlock. A Warlock's not a bad enemy to fight right now, as Edge is fighting. Oh, and Edge gets the excellent move on that Warlock. Shredding the cape. Looks like we got 2 Spark Over Bridges. Search them, Edge, come on. I mean, NES.
And he didn't even search them. Wow. If Sparkover was here, she would probably throw cookies at him.
Yeah. Oh, we got Itchbin Maya in here. Looks like Edge is about to find his, affectionately known as the Jerk Cave.
Yeah, there's only 1 cave left right now, and that's the Staff of Rain. But the Jerk... Ooh, there's a town over there.
Yeah.
In a very odd spot. Have we been to that one?
I don't believe so, but I don't believe NES caught that either, so Edge might be trying to see if there's a way to get there, or that could be on the other continent, we don't know.
Yeah, he'll have to... Yeah, that's because I believe that swamp on the right ends there. So that means that would be a swamp cave, and he should know that. He knows where the swamp cave is also. Or it could go around. There's a little landmass. I thought that was the swamp that ends.
No, this is the place that NES was just at, that the desert just goes to those 2 Spark Over Bridges.
Oh yeah, so it does end, yeah.
So it does end, so that town is not gettable through this route. Meanwhile, we have NES probably going to restock his keys. Edge about to get the bad news about the dead end here.
Well, it's good to see after the reseed, they still didn't get it too easy of a seed.
No, it's I rolled a decent one here. This is probably going to be 120, 130, depending.
Oh yeah, they've almost found everything as it is already, or at least Edge has. It's just a matter of getting the levels, and the levels are kind of hard to do right now when you have no strength and no weapon. And you're not going to get a weapon anytime soon.
Well, all that's left now is to find the Staff of Rain Cave, to find either Hawksness or Camplin to get coordinates or a search spot for the armor, and then you're pretty well in grind and go mode right there. See what level they decide to dive Sherlock for the sword, because if they don't get hurt more, it's going to make the grind especially difficult when all you've got is a copper sword and a club. And they're both leaving the castle again, fighting as they go along, getting levels. Yeah, the experience lead is tight. Edge has got about a, I don't know, 50, 40 some point lead, so. It's looking like NES has decided to stay and do a little bit of a grind, as has Edge, so. Looks like neither of them were too happy with their exploration, so they're going to hope to get a heal spell along the way, I believe.
So Tsukiya made a point. Is there a point, like if you get no hurt more and you get to level 10, 11, and you have no strength and no health, do you gold grind 120 gold for a flame sword?
No, I wouldn't. I'd almost take the risk of going down Sherlock for the sword, because their agility is kind of high. And if they get another big boost, which Edge didn't at level 9, it looks like he got 1 agility point, but he did get a big strength boost with 10.
Hey, that's a lot of more. That's 2.5 more damage right now a hit. Gotta take it.
Outside, so if you could get down to Sherlock the bottom, if you could ever find the armor, that is. No.
I think they'll get to 1,500 gold without having to really do a grind. Because as they start to get more health and more stats, it won't be too long before they can accumulate 1,500.
Yeah, looks like NES is going to shortly come across level 9 here, and one more enemy if he gets a Warlock. Meanwhile,
yeah,
those
plus
blue
there's
dragons
2
are
gold.
not being...
But yeah, I was just saying, plus there's 2 gold chests in Garringham, so they can actually do a gold grind for anything they want if they want.
Yeah, that's true, and being so close to the town, and being so close to Tantagel, it's not hard to restock your keys. I mean, it would be a bit of a longer gold grind, but it would get you what you want. It would probably be faster to get the flame sword that way than it would be to do the death necklace chest.
I think for now you just play patient and hope you can buy a broadsword when you can, or upgrade slowly, go to the hand axe next. And, you know, if you're in Garringham the next time, maybe you just pick up the 2 chests, just, you know, to have the 2 chests. And thank you very much to RPG Limit Break for the raid.
Well, hello all our good viewers from RPG Limit Break.
Yes, welcome to the 2-0 matchup of the Dragon Warrior Randomizer Summer Tournament match between NEScardnality and Edgestream. We have a very slow slog of a seed, but they are making progress. Edge has more exploration done and a slightly better weapon. Otherwise, they're pretty even in just about every way.
Yeah, and even his NES did branch out a little bit and did find a few caves as well. But he's still short of town. He hasn't seen Rimdalar yet, like Edge has, so... Right now, these runners are looking for either Hawksness or Cantillon, because the armor is still MIA, and it's going to be in one of those 2 spots.
And also, thank you to Free Enterprise for the raid. I know they had a Final Fantasy IV Free Enterprise races going on the RPG Limit Break channel since this race started, pretty much.
So it does look like NES is going to take these 2 gold chests here for about 2 grand, and it looks like he will pick up his broadsword, which will make his stabbing power a little bit easier. Question in chat, yes, there is a flame sword, but unfortunately there's only kind of 2 slow gold grinds. So there will be probably, I would say, no Flame Sword or Silver Shield tonight. But meanwhile, they're still trying to branch out, but these blue dragons are not playing friendly. And with no heal more, and only limited HP, it makes for a hard exploration here, especially in this mid-game, late-game enemy.
And there's a lot of blue dragons in NEScardnality way. He might lose this money with the amount of blue dragons he's saving.
Wow, that's 3 in 3 steps.
And Edgestream has found Wraith Knights with Hurt More, and he's been able to stop spell them. That is a pretty big experience boost if he, at his current experience. Let's see what kind of stats they have.
Looks like NES is heading south here. He's gonna do some more exploration. Oh, and there's a golem. The golem could deliver a big right hand, but doesn't. That's not good on a Wraith Knight. Well, that is good to stop spell.
Wraith Knights are 75% hurt more, but only a 1 in 8 chance to resist the stop spell. So not too bad. You're going to hit him with stop spell most of the time.
Here we have NES branching out to do some more exploration, as well as Edge putting the Magic Wyvern to sleep to get away, because the Magic Wyvern was not playing nicely. And with all they have to heal with his herbs, it makes for a rough go.
Yeah, Magic Wyverns generally, like, even if you play the vanilla game, it's considered a much better run chance against them if you put them to sleep than it is to just try to run against them. Unless you're really high.
And it looks like NES has found a new part of the map, so we might get our first look at Call or Hawks this year. Or we might get our look at some Wizards.
Yeah, we're getting plenty of looks at the Wizards, and it's another dead. I feel like they're not going to find anything else on this continent. They're going to have to go through the swamp.
Yeah, it looks like they've been pretty well everywhere you can get, and we haven't come across anything. But this Armored Knight is about to send NES back home.
Ooh, and half of his gold, too. He was probably just doing a gamble, just hoping that if he got the gold and went out and looked for chests, or for towns, that he'll come across one.
Yeah, it was definitely a good gamble to take, for sure. And while we have a second here, to all the viewers and raiders that have joined us, don't forget to give these runners a follow, NEScardnality and Edgestream, as they are putting on one tremendous show tonight. And as always, we couldn't do this without our hard-working crew. We have on the tracker, we have Suyaki. I think I pronounced that right. I might have butchered that, though. Tyronex is our restreamer, and my co-commentator, Highspirit.
And also, throw some love out there to Melee Wizard and Ouija Wee. Melee Wizard is still currently running the Nightmare Seed from earlier, and it looks like he's up to level 13, and he's doing pretty well right now.
Good to hear. Meanwhile, NES grabbed those 2 gold chests again. Just want to branch out, making the heroes play, hoping to come across a town where he can pick up a broadsword. And it looks like Edge has resigned himself to doing a bit of a grind here. He's close to level 10, so he probably wants to get that before he branches out again. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a butcher of my Twitch channel, isn't it?
I guess we could try to get that taken care of.
Nah, you don't have to follow me, people. Don't worry about it.
He's hangry. He's not angry.
Could be
He's
angry.
Pretty nice.
I prefer not to be angry.
Spooky. He's spooky.
Alright, we have boat runners in grind in here. And just trying to get that level 10, hopefully to get a heal of some sort to make exploration easier. Meanwhile,
Edge is very close to it. Only about 14 experience away.
Meanwhile, NES has that money and is praying he finds a town before the enemies find him. And here we go, folks, level 10. Let's see what we got. Do we get anything good? We get 8 agility. Oh, look at this MTI level. MTI would love it.
0 HP, 0 strength. Wow.
level 10, still no way to heal.
Okay, you didn't roll any much better seed.
Hey.
At this rate, they're going to catch up to melee. The only difference between our seeds is they could actually kill things at the beginning. Now they can't kill anything later on.
Yeah, it's kind of reversed here now.
But Ness does find Rimildar, and I think there was the broadsword here, which would be great for him.
Yeah, I believe this will be a big pickup for NES here. Edge has already been in this town before, so this is just NES, just retracing Edge's footsteps at the moment.
Yep, upgrading his weapon, which is pretty big, because that's a pretty big upgrade over the club. Going from the club to the broadsword's an additional 15 attack power, I believe?
Yeah, I believe the club is...
16 attack power.
Yeah, the club is 4, and the broadsword's 20, isn't it?
Yep, it's from a 4 to 20, which means, yeah, he now does a couple more damage per hit.
Alright, Edge's got level 10 and is heading south again. Meanwhile, NES is restocking his key supply here at the cheap key vendor.
Rimildar is Key Town, because that's all we care to call it, because we don't want it to be anything else other than Key Town.
Yeah, but they already had keys, so it wasn't like normally, they weren't normally as happy to find it as they would be.
So yeah, exploration has sure come to a dead, screeching halt, since they're not getting any health or healing or anything.
Sure has. I mean, that excellent move on the night was big for NES, but I mean, with no healing and all this swamp around, I mean, they've kind of been spinning their wheels for, I'd say, the last 20 to 25 minutes, but there's another town on NES's side, and a cave, so...
we've been to that town already, that's cool.
That's right, NES is going to get the bad news in about 25 seconds.
And I think that's also the swamp cave, which if he goes through it, might be good, because we know that there's potentially a town waiting on the other side. Although, Edge has taken a long way around, down and around. If he goes up, he might actually come across that town, if the continent continues.
Yeah, because NES was here earlier, and we know south was a dead end. But he did get wiped before we got far enough north to figure out if it wasn't a dead end or not, so... And from the looks
Speaking of dead end, hi, Axe Knight.
Right, one step into the swamp and he gets a gold man, and he's gonna outside. Funny little thing about outside. If you actually enter South Swamp and use the outside, it takes you to North Swamp. And here we go, Edge.
Ooh, town.
But Edge didn't have any hit point to keep exploring the swamp, so we'll see what NEScard does at this point.
Catlin, potential chance to find some coordinates. If he gets coordinates, it's either going to be the fairy flute or Eredric's armor.
And north of the cave turns out to be a dud for NEScard, and I'm not sure if he has any herbs left to heal himself. Getting these coordinates is going to cost him a lot of herbs, if they can even get there and back with the herbs, because those search bots do 15 points of damage. So this could be quite an undertaking to get to these coordinates as it is.
Oh yeah, here's hoping to some really difficult, some really easy coordinates that leads to the fairy flute.
Looks like NES is going to do search south now, coming out of that mountain cave.
Ooh, that town we were looking at earlier was in a desert, so there's a chance that it's over there to the left in the desert.
Ooh, Stolen Men have sleep, but they only cast hurt, so that's a bonus. Alright, this is a desert. Let's see, it does lead that way.
Oh, but he never saw the town earlier, so he doesn't know there's a town hiding on the edge of the continent somewhere in a desert. And I think we got a hand axe upgrade for Edge, so he's catching up to NEScard a little bit.
And now Edge is going to get us our first look at the coordinates, and this is going to be not good for his health, as they say.
There is a lot of broken glass there. The poor old man there is just stuck there.
But they do have outside, so they can basically just actually get away. Oh, and that
Those
is
are pretty
definitely
easy.
countable. I would say that's countable from the castle. And that desert's a big nope, so there is a big nothing over here.
Oh, was there nothing in the bottom right where he was going?
Nothing at all. The only thing here is that one cave with a torch.
So you could just say this swamp torched him?
Yeah, pretty much. Looks like Edge is gonna take to death here. Either he ran out of herbs or just wants a quicker way to get back to the castle to start the count. Yes, coordinates could be the fairy flute. Doesn't have to be the armor, because the armor could be hidden in Hawksness somewhere. Let's hope this is the fairy flute.
The flute could be actually in Hawksness. The armor can't be. Or, I mean, the flute actually can be in Cantland, too, but there's still a chance, or in Charlock, there's still a chance that could be if this is the armor.
Yeah, and this could be nothing, and if this is nothing, we know the fairy flute is in a chest, and the armor is in Hawksness.
Yep, the armor has to be in Hawksness or on the world map. Or in Cole. It has to be one of those three. We haven't randomized it into a chest yet.
No, thank God. I'd hate to have to head down to Charlock with no Erdrick's armor.
2.2 after the tournament.
I guess I'll be quitting after the tournament. Alright, NEScard is back from the swamp cave, went to the town to refresh, hit repel, and is going to continue his exploration. The only I think, what are we missing? I think the Staff of Rain Cave is the only thing we have not come across yet.
Yeah, Staff of Rain Cave, and we haven't found Hawksness. Those are the only two things that we don't know about. But here comes the search, and it's the armor.
So now we know that the fairy flute is either in Hawksness or in a chest, so now Edge, with this information, doesn't even have to find Hawksness, unless he wants to see what the grind tile is. So Hawksness has actually really become a mute point unless you don't feel safe and do want the fairy flute.
Yeah, I don't think they'll go for the fairy flute unless they're going there to grind in Hawksness, but considering how all the searching they've done, they haven't found it yet. I wouldn't be shocked if Hawksness is in a bad spot, and you don't really want to go to a bad spot to grind.
No, I would think now the only way they're actually going to go to Hawksness is if they come across it trying to find the Staff of Rain Cave. And even if they do, they might not even go in. They might just say whatever and keep going.
Well, with their current setup, they're not going to kill what's in there without a lucky crit.
Yeah, but it wouldn't hurt for the information if Hawksness is not in a bad location, though. But from the looks of things, Hawksness is going to be a long ways from any towns at this point, so I can't see it really being a viable grind, even if there is something like an Axe Knight.
So yeah, it looks like right now Edge has pulled up a 600 experience point lead, and NEScard is going for the green dragon kill because it seems like it's pretty easy if you stop spelling or get the armor.
Yeah, NES has not found Cantland yet, so he does not have an idea of the coordinates.
Yeah, Cantland was pretty far away. They had to go quite a ways, Edgeworth Stream did, in order to get.
Yeah, that was really, really a good ways out of the way, so we'll see if NES does come across that. He will be looking for it eventually, unless he comes across Hawksness first, then he could be hoping.
Yeah, the problem is killing what's in Hawksness, though. That's the big issue right now. They really don't have a great grind spot right now. So hoping for level 11 to have something helpful.
Yeah, now that Edge has that Erdrick's armor, he is now impervious to damaged tiles. He does take 1/3 damage from Hurtmore's Hurts and the Dragonlord Breath, as well as regaining 1 HP per step, so the Erdrick's armor is definitely a must-have. Alright, looks like NEScard has found Cantland and will get his coordinates.
Oh good, that's going to equal them up mostly for equipment, outside of Ness having a slightly better weapon, but I don't see that's not going to really help the experience lead right now, so it's still going to come down to getting that staff and finding a way to grind.
Yeah, I'd it's definitely the Staff of Rain Cave is the key holder right now.
But considering how much swamp there is on the world map, having this armor is definitely going to make the exploration faster, because you can just see Edge is just going through big swamp after big swamp, all blocking his path.
Yeah, you don't have to heal either, right? So that helps a lot. It allows you to traverse more land in a quicker amount of time, and look at the pile of swamp we have here. And we're back to the cave, and we're back to the same town.
Yeah, I think he's going to search the second continent, the island, I guess, and he's going to be disappointed.
Yeah, because last time he was here, he only had 2 HP and the swamp got him, so he's back to check. But as we know, NES was here earlier, there's not a lot.
And you notice he went directly through the desert, because he knows that last town is Hawksness, so I don't know if he probably wants to see what's in the slot more than anything, but yeah. You know, he's getting close to a level, though. He's only 221 away from a level.
Yeah, it's funny he doesn't try to take down this stone man. I mean, he's got sleep.
Did Card not get the coordinates?
I didn't see if he did, to be quite honest, but he might not have, because with no healing power available and only herbs, maybe he didn't feel ready to go. Maybe he's banking on Hawksness.
Yeah, well, I mean, he has herbs, he has money for it, so it's just a question of... Oh, he tried to go north to finish the map, apparently. Sorry, I guess we were watching Edge stream at the time. But it sounds like he tried to go north to finish the map and got sniped without getting the coordinates.
So yeah, that could be a big time loss for NES if he does not make it back to Cantlin. Because we do know that's holding the armor. And Edge has got his disappointment now, and is gonna get more disappointment when he goes north here. So I don't know where the Staff of Rain Cave could be hiding, to be honest. I mean, they've been pretty well everywhere.
Yeah, there's just one little spot left, it looks like, that they have to search for it. Which probably will hold both Hawksness and the Staff of Rain.
Yeah, pretty much where that town was in the desert. That cave is probably not going to be far away.
Oh, and an update on Melee Wizard. It's he is on the bottom floor of Sharlock at level 15, only an hour and 42 in. So once you got past those first 5 or 6 levels, it looked like the seed opened up very nicely.
Yeah, still pretty rough though. That was a rough start.
That was a terrible start. He, you know, doing what he did, getting out of the starting zones to find a new one was what really made it possible for him to finish.
And you can't blame him for wanting to finish, I mean. But either way, it looks like Edge is back to this desert that we both know is a dead end, but...
Getting close to that level, though. Just hoping for 11.
Hoping for a healer,
although the night is being
or anything.
He did get Stop Spell on the night, so here's another big chunk of experience. And, yeah. Hurt more, heal more even would be great. Some strength. Make it so you take some damage, maybe? Or you can deal damage?
Yeah, because he's only hitting these knights for 6 and 7, so it's not exactly overpowered as we go. But as long as that knight keeps trying to cast Stop Spell, Edge could have this. Always
or even casting Hurt more because he hasn't Stop Spelled. But yeah, that got a good chunk. He's only 70 experience away from a level.
Wasted a lot of his herbs, and he's back at this dead end. I wonder if he's just here to grind. But I mean, with dragons and everything with casting spells, but you still don't really have that much attack, though. I don't know if it's worth it.
Green Dragon is not that bad, though, because it's so spell heavy. Once you hit that Stop Spell, give me the 135 experience. That's a double Spark Over Bridge. Look at that, 75% Stop Spells, 75% Hurt More.
So that is a 150% chance to not attack you.
But he still attacks, so obviously we got Steiner math here, and it's completely wrong.
Yeah, I do believe he has a 25% chance to attack you at this point in time.
Or is it 12.5%? Because it's 25% to cast one, 25% to cast the other. So that would be 12.5%.
But I thought there was 2 scripts. Like, the first script is stop spell, it's either stop spell or attack, and his second script is either hurt or an attack.
Probably. I think I forgot that part.
I mean, McGrew could probably tell us better, but...
We were having a discussion in a race earlier, because we were talking about, you know, the fact that I've been speedrunning these Dragon Quest games forever, and I'm like, yeah, every once in a while I forget certain things, because I've got so much Dragon Quest speedrun knowledge in my head that I occasionally forget small little things here and there.
McGrew, what was the question? We were talking about the enemy has 75% chance to hurt more, 75% chance to stop spell. What is the chance he's going to attack you? Is it 2 different scripts, which would give him 25%, or is it divided by 2, like HS?
Also, we got level 11, and it just got some health and no strength. Almost no strength. So they're still not hitting anything.
I mean, right now at level 11, even with Erdrick's sword, you'd have 101 attack power. The seed earlier had 101 attack power by what, level 5?
Actually, they would have 86 attack power, which wouldn't be still very good. Okay, so yeah, 2 rolls, 1 for stop spell, and then roll for hurt more. So basically a 12.5% chance to melee. Probably.
Cool, I did not know.
See, we are all learning here, even the ones that are supposed to kind of know everything, but we just pretend we almost know everything. Wait.
I just commentate. I'm not supposed to know anything.
I feign innocence! I feign innocence! I'm just supposed to tell everyone what's going on.
I'm just supposed to run my mouth about what goes on the screen, that's all.
Well, so far, we're still pretty even because Edge has not, or should I say, Edge hasn't gotten any further ahead or behind. He still pretty much has his 500 experience point lead, and, but, you know, they're both trying to find the save cave and then, trying to make some progress with the terrible stats that they have.
I think that's the only advantage right now, is that experience lead by Edge, because NES has done all the exploration Edge has done. They have all the same parts, moving parts. Well, NES has a broadsword, I guess.
Also,
So,
GG
I mean,
to
it's still
Melee
pretty-
Wizard, who finished his seed in 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 31 seconds, which officially makes him the winner of the other race.
GG Melee Wizard. That moves him to 2-1.
Yep, 2-1. There's 5 rounds in the Swiss, so there's 2 more weeks after this. And 3 wins gets you into the bracket. And right now we are watching a 2-0 matchup between NEScardnality and Edgestream, so the winner automatically gets into the bracket, while the other still has to do some more fighting.
Yeah, and there's still lots of matches to go all this week. There's still Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I race tomorrow, Friday night, actually, against Demarine 2. See how long it takes NEScard to go back to Cantland for the coordinates here. Because if Edge comes across that Staff of Rain Cave very shortly before NES, that's going to be a big advantage to Edgestream's side. So I think NES has to find Cantland in the coordinates before Edge finds the Staff of Rain Cave, or it's going to be a very big advantage to Edgestream right now. You did name him Edgestream, but I do believe that's the title he streams by, so...
Yeah, he goes by Edgeworth and Edgestream. Like, he goes by Edgeworth, but his stream is Edgestream, so it can be a little confusing. So.
Yeah, in Final Fantasy, he usually goes by Edgeworth. That's how everybody really knows him. Yeah, it looks like NES went with the default sprite for the hero. Pretty much a shame not to see any metal slimes roaming the overworld right now, but... So we're an hour and 15 minutes in. There is no good grind spots. They are both missing the Staff of Rain Cave. NES is missing the armor. So they've still got quite a bit of work to do before they're ready to go for the end game.
Yeah, this is probably going to take a while for us to get to the end game here. They're even if they find the Staff of Rain Cave, what are they going to do? They can't dive Sharlock with what they have. They have to try to find whatever grind zone they can and slowly slog their way.
Well, I mean, these knights ain't so bad, this night zone here, because they do have, you know, if you stop spell them, and you do have a chance to get an excellent move. Looks like NES took a death there because he was out of herbs and out of hit points, so there wasn't much more he could do. Question in chat, have we seen what is on the spikes? We have not seen any yet. We have not seen Hawksness, we have not seen the Swamp Cave, and we have not seen Sharlock, so we have no clue what's on the grind tiles at this point in time.
Yeah, none of them are even trying right now because they didn't need the coordinates from the Swamp Cave, and they know they don't really have a chance to kill whatever's there anyway.
Yeah, the only thing they could possibly get through might be a Stone Man if they could keep it asleep. Everything else, you might as well just forget it, because you're not touching a Red Dragon or an Armored Knight at this point in time.
I mean, depending on what it is, you know, and what stats they have. Like, if it is a Red Dragon, and it doesn't attack, you know, that's a possibility. If it's Gollum and he doesn't attack, it's a possibility. But, yeah, right now, we know Blue Dragons punch a lot. We know Armored Knights are going to heal more, so they're not going to kill it anyways. And Axe Knights, they do have hurt, so Axe Knight is a potential possibility if they get lucky.
Yeah, like, and especially with the spell selection they have here, like, no hurt, they don't even have hurt, like, so it's, they've got they got pretty much all the spells you wouldn't want to see till late game at this point in time.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing that could make this worse is if they had hurt and Radiant.
Yeah, if next level they get Radiant, that could be a slap in the face, but looks like they're both gonna grind here. It looks like Edge has found another town. This is the town on the desert. And we have Hawksness, and he nopes out right away, folks, knows he doesn't need it.
And that'll be the Staff of Rain. So he is unofficially in go mode because he still needs a sword. But we know where the sword is. Now it's just a question of what's he going to do to grind. Because Ness has just stopped and started grinding. He's like, okay, I only need one thing, and I'm just going to fight this area right now and try to get experience. But it looks like Edge is going to walk into Hawksness to see what the monster is here, and then he's just going to have to find somewhere to grind. He might be able to grind in Hawksness, but not on the spike tile.
Yeah, we can almost say Edge is in no mode right now. Because he knows what he got to do, he knows where the sword is, but he just does not have the levels to do it.
Yes, Erdrick's armor does stop spell from hitting.
Yeah, so it looks like NES has decided to grind on the Knights here, and Edgestream has found the Red Dragon, so yep, noping out of that, but the Red Dragon says, nope, you're staying here, boy. Aw, the Red Dragon likes hugs. Well, looks like the Red Dragon likes to attack, so that's not very good.
Yeah, that's not very good. But he might have other things. He could have rolled the 25% there. I guess we'll just have to keep in suspense until...
3 times in a row? That's some pretty,
Oh, it's even worse. They have Heal More and Dragon Lord 2 Breath.
You ain't grinding on those things. I mean, you could stop spell, but it's not a very good chance.
Yeah, but that's not going to stop the Dragon Lord Breath, unfortunately.
Or the attack, so...
Yeah, it's only 25% for each, so odds are he's going to punch most of the time.
So they're not mall cops tonight, folks. They're more like the security guards. The armored truck security guards. So it looks like they're gonna have to grind on mid-level enemies this time until they manage to come across hurt more. Looks like Edge is going to get his rainbow drop to put him officially in go mode, or grind in go mode, as people like to say. So right now, you gotta put Edge as the clear leader, because he's got the drop, he's got the experience lead. It's just a matter of, oh, and look at, poor Slimy.
And does he want to try to farm a metal slime right here on the forest tiles? I mean, he's close to a level. And he only needs, you know, 1 kill. Oh, yeah, slimes have sleep, too, but he just needs to, if he kills one, he doesn't even need to kill one. Go kill something that's 22 experience.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna open it at one right quick. Sorry, folks.
I think that's more than 22. You don't need the blue dragon.
Take down the magician. It's halfway there. Well, not halfway, but my math's bad. Nope, that's a little bit too big for you yet there, Ed. This could be a possibility. Oh, it dodges. Those Demon Knights are always beasts when it comes to dodging.
Yeah, nearly 25% chance. 15 out of 64% chance to dodge. The highest dodge rate in an entire game. So they can be tricky to hit.
Yeah, I think in vanilla they're probably worse. Or are those stats you pop up, is that what their vanilla stats are, or are those randomized among the enemies?
The only thing that is randomized in standard flags is stop spell resistance. So when stats get put up, you have everything is normal except for stop spell resistance, and then their HP value can be the value you see for the HP value. Like I'll bring up right here. I'll bring up the red dragon because we have that already available. When you see the HP value of the red dragon, the 106, that is the max health it can have. But enemies spawn with anywhere between 75 to 100% of their health. So out of all those stats, the red dragon could have 70s, 80 or in the 70s for health, but could also their stop spell resistance is really high, and that's randomized.
And level 12 brought no strength, no spells, no magic power, a little bit of agility, and some HP.
Edge is either going to go die for the sword, which would be crazy, but he could do it if that's still pretty crazy. Or he might be just looking for things to fight.
I mean, at this point, what have you got to lose?
Hey, congratulations to the winner of, I guess, the earlier race, Melee Wizard.
Yeah, GG,
that was,
Melee.
Yeah, good job finishing the seed. In fact, you might have finished your seed, Melee, faster than they're going to finish their seed.
Yeah, this one started off super quick, but then it got to the point where it's like, you're driving along a nice, clean dirt road, and then all of a sudden you come across a bog, and you're just done. You're just stopped.
Yeah, oh, Red Dragon's in the top of Sharlock. That's a good thing to see. And yeah, 44 strength at level 12 with no healing spells and a broadsword. That's gonna take some time.
Yeah, this is pretty much as bad as it gets for the mid game here. I mean, Edge has everything he needs for go mode. He's got the good armor, he's got a broadsword, and everything. You just can't level. So, I mean, NES is still gotta find the Staff of Rain. He's still gotta find Caitlyn for the armor, as well as the Rainbow Drop. And he is behind on the experience, but not by much, but he's gonna get his level 12 now.
Yeah, he focused on grinding for a little bit, so he hit level 12, but he's gonna see very disappointed to see that he got the hurt spell. And I wonder at what point he decides to go search for it, or is he just gonna continue trying to grind on these mid-tier enemies to try to get experience, because there's just nowhere good to grind. I mean, this is where you really find the skill of players and their knowledge, because when you don't have anywhere to grind, you have no utilities, you have no, nothing to work with. It's where do you remember on the world map to go? Like, Ness remembers that desert tile there has green dragons and I think knights, which with stop spell is great experience for what he's looking for. So Edge, I think, is just trying to find a grind zone right now.
Yeah, and he's coming across these werewolves here. They're not a bad enemy. They can be put to sleep, but you can't hit them very hard. That's the problem. That 44 strength is really dragging everybody down at this.
Yeah, to bring up another case, we had a race earlier between Janice Eel and JJ Schmidt, who joined us in chat, where the endgame grind came down to Janice with their huge attack power fighting metal slimes on a desert tiles. And he was able to get a huge experience point lead.
Well, when you have 170 attack power, I mean, come on, there's not too much in this game that's gonna survive one shot.
But yeah, what I'm just saying is that's the thing, is he used his knowledge to remember, hey, there's a few tiles here where there's metal slimes, red dragons, and armor knights and axe knights. I might as well fight what's right here and get the experience. But yeah, like NEScardnality's found a great grind spot. He's going to be ahead on experience shortly. And the big issue is just that Staff of Rain cave. He probably knows where it is because there's not much left on the map, but it's going to take him some time to get there and get it.
Now, I think the big issue here on NES's side of the screen is he going to try to find Hawksness before he goes back to Cantlin for the coordinates. As we all know, the coordinates do have the armor, but NES does not have that knowledge, so if he does come across Hawksness first, that might waste a little bit of time.
Yeah, if he had the armor, this grind actually would be even more efficient, because he would be healing in between all of these fights, and instead of using herbs, so it would even be more efficient grind if he would have got those coordinates.
Yeah, because he was in Cantlin, but apparently he did not go to the coordinates, but I mean, with no heal more, I mean, do you really want to take those trap tiles with about 50 HP, which is what he had at the time?
Oh yeah, and Ness also doesn't know the Red Dragon's waiting for him in Hawksness, so he probably has the best grind spot he's going to get right now.
Yeah, it looks like Edge is branching out a little bit here, because he's just got to find a grind spot. He's got all the exploration done that he needs to get done. Just a matter of Edge finding a good place to gather some levels. Looks like he's going back to this desert. We did see some green dragons here, though.
Yep, he's using his knowledge. Unfortunately, it's nowhere near any towns. That's what makes NEScard's grind spot pretty good, because it's pretty close to the castle. He can die, refresh, or run to the town and get herbs.
Yeah, and for the people at home that don't know, the desert and mountain tiles have the highest encounter rate. So if you're best to grind on desert tiles or mountains, but mountains do slow your walk speed down. I believe you lose a couple of frames. I think Highspirits can explain this a little bit better.
Yes, if you walk on the hills, you lose 1 frame per step. So, and of course that adds up. Every 60 steps means you lose 1 second. And if you're grinding in a spot for multiple levels, that starts to add up into many, many, many seconds. And hey, that could be the difference between a win or a loss when you have 2-0 runners of veteran runners of this randomizer.
And we did have a question in chat from Ruler2112. Has either runner checked the Swamp Cave spike tile? No, they have not. But right about now, anything that's going to be on a spike tile, they probably do not have a shot at. So at the moment, there's probably no sense to be checking, because you got no hurt more, so your Axe Knights aren't going to be any good. And you're definitely not going to punch a Red Dragon or an AK-47 to death right now, so. And Edge is definitely never going to have a flute, so the Golem's probably out of the question.
I don't know, there's a point where if you get, like, heal more, do you go get the flute?
Well, Edge
and grind on the Red Dragons, although they have no strength, so you don't want to grind on a Red Dragon.
Yeah, right now strength is the big issue with this grind. I mean, they're barely punching stuff, and anything that's end game, I mean, you're barely going to hit. You're going to scratch the surface, maybe.
So yeah, we're going to be in grind and go mode for a while, unless level 13 gets at least hurt more.
It's like I rolled a doozy.
And that's still going to take little time to get there. We're still 500 experience from that.
Yeah, so right now what's got to be going through these runners' heads right now is, if I'm having this much trouble, well, how much trouble is my opponent having? Because both these runners are, like, probably among the best we have that run this game. I would say these two are definitely top 5.
Yeah, they're definitely up there. NEScard is like first in the standings right now. He's a very solid player. But yeah, usually you know if you're struggling this bad, you know your opponent is struggling, just because of how long they've been struggling. Like, if this was like level 10 and and suddenly you got hurt more, then you wouldn't feel as bad. But as the levels go on and you still have no strength, no HP, no weapon, you know your opponent is going through that.
This seed is actually a little... I think this one's a little bit better than your seed, although it's getting kind of bogged down here.
Yeah, it's definitely slowed down a lot. And it looks like Edge has maybe found some Magi Wyverns to fight.
But I mean, like you said, they're still a long way from 13, and they're still only hitting mid-game enemies, right? So it's not like they're hitting Axe Knights for 130. They're only getting 40 to 50 per kill at this point. So it's going to take quite a while for them to grind.
Yeah, he just hit that Demon Knight for 3 times and didn't even kill him. There's just not a lot going on right now. At least the agility is kind of alright. I mean, 72 is decent to work with.
Yeah, that's why I wondered if a Sherlock dive now would be in your interest. Because, I mean, you know the sword is there. The sword would make your grind a heck of a lot easier. So, would you take the risk to go down?
Well, first off,
the sword and then get out?
Edge knows there's red dragons on the top 2 floors, and they have no form of healing except for 6 herbs. I think if he had at least the heal spell, I would consider it, but with nothing but 6 herbs, and you know red dragons are waiting for you, you can't really make that dive. That's too much of a time sink, because you can't kill anything in there. You can literally kill, like, 1 enemy in there right now.
Risk. What is it? No risk, no reward, they say?
Yeah, but if you risk too much, you'll never get a reward either. You'll be too dead to receive that reward.
Looks like Edge is heading back to this little desert here where he found the Magi Wyverns, and looks like NEScard has found a nice little sweet spot where he's hitting Knights quite a bit, so...
Yeah, the problem with Edge's grind is he's got Demon Knights here too, and they hit a lot, dodge a lot, and they still take a few hits to kill right now. Although they are 90 experience, which is great.
Alright, well, we are in a little bit of a grind mode here. Once again, I would like to remind our viewing public to please give these runners a follow. They are actually putting in some work tonight, because this is one rough seed. As well as the people behind the scenes who make this possible, our restreamer Tyrenex. On tracking, we got Sukia. Yes,
Sukia.
Right. As well as my broadcast partner Highspirits, who are bringing you the ups and downs to this action.
And don't forget the Angry Canuck here talking with me too. Or the Hangry Canuck.
Well, an hour and 32 minutes in, I never would have thought these two would take this long to complete a seed, but here we are.
It's going to take a lot longer too. This is a 2-hour seed right now. At least. But, you know, you did say you wanted a difficult seed for them, so not only did they get 1 difficult seed, they got 2 difficult seeds.
So, do you think they're kind of praying? Do you think they're wishing they had stuck with the first seed by now?
They're probably thinking the first seed, they'd still be level 1 right now. Yes, the numbers next to their names is how many times they have died this seed, and they're pretty much both going to hit level 13 at the same exact time.
Yeah, this race, like I said, the only difference is Edge has the rainbow drop and the armor, so Edge does have the lead, but here's dual level 13, 2 power, 4 agility, no hit points, 26 magic.
Oh, that's radiant.
Hurt more.
Oh, they still don't have heal more, hurt more. Wow. I cursed him earlier when I said the next spells they could, when you asked how it could get worse, and I said, hurt, radiant. I'm sorry.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if heal more and hurt more show up at 16?
And heal too. That would just top it all off.
That would just stick in somebody's craw. So what's the next level? 72 or 7250 is it?
The next level is 5625.
Settle in, folks. We got a ways to go. Yeah, I roll the bad one here. Well, Melee Wizard, it might make you happy to know that you have finished that ridiculous seed before these guys are going to finish this one.
Maybe even before they hit level 14. 46 strength at level 13, and they don't even have a good sword to go with that. They're stuck using a broadsword for this.
Sirayu X was the first one, was worse than this. Well, it's kind of a toss-up. The first seed they ran, they actually couldn't even get level 2. So, that was pretty bad. This seed here, they got level 2 and they got everything they need, but now they just can't get to level 14.
Yeah, the levels start to get slower and slower, and if they're not getting stronger, the levels are just going to keep taking longer and longer. This is probably going to be, you know, a 215 seed at this rate, depending on when they actually get this heal more, hurt more. Or when one of them finally gets tired and decides, I'm going into Sharlock.
Yeah, if heal more or hurt more doesn't show up till 16, this is going to be pretty... Plus, look at that strength, 46. Like, I mean, that's just... At level 13... Come on, guys, stop skipping arm day here.
Yeah, they've been doing leg day. They've got plenty of leg day going, but I think Edge is starting to get the better grind spot here, because his experience lead is starting to increase again. He might actually have the more efficient grind spot right now.
Yeah, he's hitting, like, great knights and stuff. He hasn't hit an armor knight in a while, so... Might be okay, especially with stop spell.
The armor would help. The armor would help NEScard because he would be healing between fights, and instead of burning all of his herbs and then having to run back to town fast to get herbs.
Question in chat. Yes, there was a silver shield for sale, but there will not be enough gold to buy it, because there was no gold around it. But yes, it might actually benefit NES now to actually branch out and try to find that armor. Although he's catching up with the experience again.
I think right now he's pretty convinced he knows where Hawksness and Caitlin and Staff of Rain, because I think he's searched everywhere else except for that one corner of the map where Caitlin is. So I'm pretty sure, knowing the way he takes maps, that he knows where everything is. The issue is he also doesn't have the coordinates, so he doesn't know if he has to rescue the princess or not. So I think what he's doing is he's making sure to get the levels out of the way now so he can fight the Hawksness square first to see if it's actually the armor before he goes and gets the coordinates.
Yeah, but even if the way they're going, I don't even know if he could take the red dragon.
He will soon because, you know, as your health goes up, you got 86 health, 85 magic at level 13. You know, they're going to be able to absorb a hit or two from the red dragon. So once you get heal more, even if you don't have the best strength, you're still going to be chipping away, killing the thing.
Yeah, and slowly but steadily we're getting there, about 1,000 experience away now. No, I think the red dragon's just like the punch people, and they have heal more and Dragon Lord 2 breath, I believe, so they're pretty dangerous.
The green dragons have 75% stop spell, 75% hurt more. So that's why he's doing stop spell, because most of the casts are stop spell. If he does get one through, he's going to cast hurt. Well, we already know the Hawksness spike tile. It's the red dragon, which is probably the worst option of what it could be right now. But once you get enough health and you can survive an attack or two from the red dragon, and then you get heal more, as long as you got plenty of magic, and considering Caitlin is next to Hawksness, they're going to have like 8 casts of heal more. So all they have to do is chip away, you know, 5 to 9 damage at a time, and you will kill the red dragon before you die. Yeah, Edge took a death there. Unattended death. Probably gonna stock up on herbs, on healing, and go back.
Yep, baby steps. Baby steps.
Yeah, I think the best I ever did was beating an armored knight at like level 2 or 3. I just did like 8 or 9 damage a turn, and it had like 70% like stop spell, 75% hurt, and I just sat there and I kept beating on it like 9 damage at a time until it died, and I won a race that way because I got a huge experience boost from that. I think that's my favorite so far, killing a armored knight at like level 2, 3 without hurt more or heal more. Yeah, is there a point where Ness just like starts collecting these gold chests? He's already at 3,500. Just starts collecting these chests and gets the flame sword? Because he can get, 1,200 at a time from these 2 chests. If he just, I think that's what he's doing. He's just gonna start farming slowly to get a flame sword.
Yeah, because I mean, you can go get keys in Tantagel pretty quickly too, so it's not like it's wasting a lot of time.
Yeah, if he would have done that earlier, he might have actually had the flame sword by now. Every time he went to refresh his herbs, just go up there, grab the 2 gold chests, come down, grind, grab the 2 gold chests when you go get herbs.
And the experience is still pretty well dead even here.
Yeah, Edge is getting a lot of blue dragons in his zone, unfortunately. And he's got like 3 in a row right now. But yeah, NEScard is up to halfway to a flame sword, so assuming he doesn't get hurt more at level 14, it could be a good...
Yeah. Hurt more or heal more on the next level is gonna break this seed wide open. Because I mean, if you do manage to get heal more, there's your Sharlock dive for the sword.
Oh yeah, you definitely dive Sharlock, because you can farm also once you get the sword in Sharlock if you need to.
If you get hurt more, I mean, you can take out the enemies a lot faster.
I don't think he'll go to Silver Shield money just because he already has 76 agility, and that's probably asking too much to get 15,000. Their big issue right now is dealing damage.
I think if level 14 yields hurt more, you may see NES stop his grind, find what he needs, and then hit into Sherlock to get the sword. But if it comes up with hurt more, I think you'll see him continue to grind.
Yeah, the big thing is he's going to get to Hawksness, he's going to see a red dragon, he's going to have to hope that he can run away from it if he doesn't get healed more.
Yeah, because we know there's nothing. Well, the flute's there, I guess, but, well, it could be nothing. It could be the flute.
Well, we know Hawksness is probably going to have the flute. Odds of it being in Sharlock aren't very good, but there's still a chance it can be it. But it looks like Edge has gone ahead and getting his little experience lead. Those Magi-Wyverns are doing really good for him because they're a much faster fight than the Knights and the Green Dragons, and they give more experience than their Knights.
Yeah, they give like what, 30 more experience than the Knight does. So.
Only like 11 or so, 11 or 13 more. It's not too much, but when you can beat that fight in 4 attacks, and it takes like 5 or 6 to kill an enemy that has less experience.
Yeah, this has definitely been one of the slower grinds I've seen. Yeah, the coordinates are very easily countable from the castle, so when NES gets the coordinates, it won't take him long to get the armor. So, but it depends if if he gets the cords before he finds Hawksness, is he going to try to get the Hawksness anyway? Edge got lucky checking the cords before he found Hawksness, so we'll have to see how NES plays it.
Yeah, you'll notice NEScard, they both started grinding at the same time, and NEScard's already going back to get herbs. It's because he doesn't have that healing from the Erdrick's armor to help supplement it. And that's the first herb that Edge has used so far since he's gone.
Yeah, having the armor has definitely helped Edge 100%.
And more gold for NEScard. Slowly working his way up there to that flame sword. I don't think he's going to go for magic armor just because he knows where the armor is going to be. It's just a matter of getting up there and doing it. Oh boy, we might have level 14 coming. Are we going to get anything? We just going to get the heal spell?
Here we are, an hour 45 minutes in, and we're just hitting level 14. What are we going to get, folks?
Ooh, there's the power.
There's the power. I have the power, and they get healed.
And it's heal. Ah, man, I'm jinxing him so badly. But that 20 strength is huge, though. You know, I think he might actually just do a Sharlock dive now.
Yeah, that 20 power is going to really help out.
Plus that heal, like I said, if you got heal, you go dive Sharlock. Once you have a way to actually heal up the damage, you dive. And that's what he's going to do now, is he's going to take his heal spell and run.
Yeah, he's not even going to go back to refresh his MP. He's actually going to go down with this. I don't blame him. You're an hour 45 minutes in, and you're finally able to get into Sharlock to dive for the sword. I mean, you gotta feel like you're pretty well behind.
Yeah, I don't know how they... I know at this point they both feel behind, but that's just the natural way when you play the game. Especially if you're a great player, is you always feel... You're never, like, go into a seed and say, yeah, I'm way ahead. I'm kicking their butt. They don't stand a chance. You rarely ever do.
I'm not a great player, and I always think I'm behind, so it kind of works for everybody.
Oh, even I think I'm behind most of the time. There's very rare races where I go, yeah, I blew this seed away. I'm easily won this. When that usually happens, I either lose or I win by like 30 seconds.
Well, let's see if Edge can actually get down there and get his sword. That would give him 106 attack power, so we are still well short. Plus no heal more, so...
Yeah, he'll be up to 108 because he has the fighter's ring equipped. But, oh, there's Red Dragon already waiting for him. I think he was thinking about fighting it, but without heal more, you don't fight it.
No, he hit it for 23, though. I think he was just testing the waters. Because if he does get heal more, he might go and do the Hawksness grind.
Oh, if he gets heal more, you kill that Red Dragon, easy. But without it, that 23 was a high roll. You're not going to roll 23 that often.
Looks like Armored Knights here on the second floor, but oh, there's an axe to the skull.
So yeah, top two floors are Armored Knights and Red Dragons. You. This is why you need a heal spell when you go through.
Looks like NES is gonna get level 14 soon, realizes he's only gonna get heal. We'll see what he does from there. Is he gonna continue his grind, or will he make a dash for what he needs?
Yeah, heal might get him to go search, but he's still gonna look like, hey, I'm still at least a couple levels away, so I might not be in a hurry, might be his thought after he gets heal. But heal also lets him get the coordinates out of Callan and go to Hawksness at the same time.
Yeah, but it depends if he does that first or if he's going to continue his grind, I guess. Either way, it's going to save him the same amount of time, because he's still going to have to do both anyway, so...
Yeah, Edge clearly has the advantage right now. Both, not as much experience now because he's not really fighting much, but the fact that he has done the armor and he's done the rainbow drop, and he's hopefully on his way to getting the sword. But it looks like Armored Knights are also in the second zone.
Looks like NES has Got level 14 and is making his way for exploration now. Because he does have a heal spell. Or he's going to this desert. I believe he's been here before. And he knows it's a dead end. Is he looking for a better grind, maybe?
Maybe, or yeah, because that's the only reason you would go here is to grind for the green dragons, pretty much.
Yeah, because he's probably got his map drawn, so he knows this is nothing but a dead end.
Oh yeah, go ahead and get your guesses in for the Erdrick Sword giveaway. I mean, chest game. You got 7 chests, 6 in the form of a pyramid, and then 1 at the judges table. 3 on the bottom row, 2 in the middle, 1 at top. Get your guesses in, or you can use dollar values, going from 50 up to 300, starting with the 50, 100, 150 on the bottom, 250 in the middle, and 300 at the top. Or you can choose the whammy option, which is the judges table.
I'm actually going to go with the $100 chest.
I am always the optimistic, so I choose the whammy. Just because I know everyone in chat is optimistically thinking that.
Then we have some 350 from Amazing Toaster, 200 from Nits Guy, 250 from Zijutix. A 150, a 250, we got a top. We got a lot of vanilla going out there.
Yeah, Eternal Newbie makes a point. This seed sucks badly. It has to be in the judge's table.
And a $100 chest is a fairy flute.
The flute! Wow!
So Hogsness is blank.
A lot of gold down here.
Left.
Just as I thought, there's a lot of gold chests down here because we haven't seen a whole lot, but uh-oh. Someone is guarding a chest.
Yeah, Hogsness is a complete blank. This Armored Knight is giving Edge the business.
Uh-oh.
And no
is he gonna
heal
get him?
more. He's gotta run.
Ooh,
This
gets
is
away! For an herb.
Well, 2 chests left in the game.
It's either
50-50.
300 or the whammy. Go for broke or go broke. Wah, wah, wah. Cue the whammy.
We have a vanilla sword. Too bad we didn't have a whammy Tyrannex sound Tyrannex could use.
Where's Will Wagner music when you need a good whammy sound right now?
Yeah, this is definitely going to put Edge in the driver's seat, we'll say. Although NS has found Cantlin and will be getting his coordinates soon.
Is he going to try to kill the empty Hawksness spot?
We'll see what he does about Hawksness now. He might try.
So yeah, now Edge has to make the walk of shame up several floors to where the vanilla sword is. Generally, because there's 6 chests in the treasury and then 1 way off in the middle of nowhere, generally you skip the 1 way off in the middle of nowhere because you have a 6 out of 7 chance that it's going to be in the treasure.
I think NES just might return out of this and actually go check the chords right away, but I could be wrong.
Oh no, like I said, he's going to... He purposely got healed so he can check Hawksness up here and the Staff of Rain before he goes back. That because he wants to hit it all in one go. Just one fell swoop.
Looks like there's a lot of armored knights in this place.
Yeah, I was about to say, there's a lot of armored knights. He might not get to the sword unless he can get away.
And Edge does
he got away from another.
Edge pauses before he hits run there, so oh my god, look at this.
Oh, someone did apparently play whammy. I guess that's Tyrannex. Their restreamer playing a whammy.
Nice. Loving it. Loving it. My first
Close
race
to the sword.
actually had the sword in the vanilla chest, and I was like, I haven't played the game in so long, and I'm like, uh-oh, I don't know how to get there.
I think Edge better heal a little bit. Oh, did Edge go the wrong way? He backtracked. Oh no!
He did, he was going
went
the right
wrong
way.
stairs. He just lost like 2 floors. He might be saying the same thing as you. Is like, it's been a while since I've done this. Where do I go?
That's the staircase.
Yep, you gotta go up those stairs. Uh-oh. It's probably been a while since he's done this, so he probably is legitimately lost right now.
Because this stairs take him to the Dragon Lord. So
oh no!
Did he get the sword and we didn't see?
No, he didn't get the sword.
No, he's
I'm pretty
lost.
sure. Yeah, I think he forgot the actual directions because no one ever goes to this chest. NEScardnality will because he speedruns the vanilla game, so he'll know the path. But it's a straight shot, but you have to go up the right stairs, which he did. He's on his way there now, so hopefully he'll be able to make it. And yes, the confused old man continues to play randomizers. That's what Edge likes to say. But there's Red Dragon along the way. Oh no! Run!
This would not be a good place to go down right now.
Yeah, because he's one room away. He's only a few steps away from it. And there's the sword. He made it.
He got her. So now this should increase his grind tenfold. I wonder if he's going to go down and check the trapped pile here.
No, he's going to try to take something out on the way and just take the death warp and go find a place to grind.
Yeah, he's not taking the armor. Yeah, he's going down.
But Ness did get his Staff of Rain. I don't know. I didn't see if he checked the trap tile. I guess he's going to go to Huxness now and see what's there. So he's pretty much going to try to do it all in one go. And when he sees the Red Dragon, he's going to be like, coordinates, please. Yes, AK, the Armored Knights have a 75% chance to heal more. And Edge turned that.
I don't know. He might try to take down this Red Dragon. I mean, he's not going to be able to.
Hey, anyone can crit. You can do it with a crit.
But we know there's nothing here. But he doesn't know there's anything here.
You can cry. You can try.
I think this Red Dragon's going to make short work of him.
Especially if he does Dragon Lord Breath.
No armor? You're going down. Well, that's half your hit points gone, and he's trying to get away.
Yeah, he got attacked once in Dragon Lord Breath. He tried to run away. He's like, nope, I'm going to check the coordinates.
But bonus, this puts him back to the coordinates. He's going to get the armor, and now he knows he doesn't have to go back there. So this is probably one of the better things that could have happened to him at this point in time.
And the way things are going for Edge, he's getting some experience, and he might make it through to the trap tile. But he's, I think he's just going to be glad to get some experience is all.
Yeah, now that he's got Erdrick's sword, still no heal more. So fighting the Red Dragons isn't really viable at this point in time still.
Oh yeah, you can't fight them without heal more, unless you have like 120, 130 health with 66 strength.
But I mean, with Erdrick's sword now, he should be chopping down those Magidrakies and stuff like nobody's business. So we'll see if he decides to go back to his grind spot, or is he going to try to do something else?
Oh yeah, where do you go now? You have everything except for the stats to kill the dragon.
But no heal more or hurt more. Your strength's in the tank.
So yeah, NEScard is going to still need a long time before he gets the sword, because most likely he's going to go to the treasury first also. Unless, you know, he pulls the U-turn and goes back, but Edge is going to kill these dragons so much faster.
I think both these runners feel like they're in a bad way right now.
I think they feel even worse, or Edgeworth. Edgeworth, I guess it doesn't matter, but Edge feels even worse once he found where the sword was.
Yeah, we are going on the 2-hour mark, and we aren't even ready to go into Sherlock. But it looks like
maybe not even
might
close.
be making the dive.
Yeah,
nope,
we might not even be
grind.
close to the grind. Nope, NEScard's going back for the grind. He wants heal more before he goes. Or he's just going to, he figures, hey, I'm going to get hurt more soon. So maybe I can just grind with hurt more.
Yeah, but now with this Erdrick sword, Edge should even be able to grind. I don't know, Blue Dragons would probably still be rough. No heal
Especially
more,
if they dodge.
like to dodge.
They don't even have a high dodge. It's like a 1 in 32 chance of dodging.
But it worked.
Hey, it works when you don't want it to.
I don't know, Beta Strap. I think they'd be done the first seed by now if they had stuck with it.
Edge did get to level 2 by the time the seed was re-rolled, so...
But this has just been an absolute slog once they got to the midpoint of the game. So we'll see who's first to get to 15, and will they get heal more and some strength?
They need more than some strength. They need a lot more.
Yeah, they're at 108 attack power, and 94 hit points. So you'll pretty much be assured that the Death Necklace is not going to be in play unless they really get a big HP level coming up.
Yeah, we're looking like 25 strength right now to have a chance. Maybe they can get a little less if they get some good health or magic ups.
Yeah, but I think this Erdrick Sword is really going to give Edge the advantage in the grind right now. I mean, he doesn't have to waste stop spell anymore.
Yeah, basically how we're going to figure out how to beat the Dragon Lord is... So we need to figure out how much damage we do to the Dragon Lord first. Dragon Lord 2, that is. And usually you figure that out by first taking 100 away from your attack power, because that's his defense. So right now, the Edge Stream with 108 attack power, you take 100 away, you start with 8. And then your max damage roll is half of what's left. So right now, Edge can at most hit the Dragon Lord for 4 damage. And then the minimum is half of that. So right now, it's 2 to 4 damage Edge would do per attack. And the Dragon Lord has between 150 and 165 health. So generally, if you get up to about 125 attack power, you start doing 6 to 12 damage, and think you start doing 9 damage a hit. You get there, but you need like 15 heal mores to do it at that level. So, you know, you kind of start from there, and then you start scaling up your strength based on how much magic you have and whatnot.
Looks like once Edge is at full HP, these blue dragons are actually defeatable, so it's going to be a big boost for his experience.
Yeah, he's getting close to a level.
What is it, 7450, I think?
7,500 on the dot.
Ooh, a couple more blue dragons would be nice.
Yeah, once you get to 15, all the experience finally evens out. So it's, 7,500, 9,750, 12,000, 14, 12, 250. It's a bunch of zeros.
There's an excellent move right there on the blue dragon, and then it dodges the next hit. Well, they're really looking for heal more. Hurt more right now isn't really going to be that important.
Hurt more would benefit Ness right now because he would hurt more green dragons and get a huge experience lead. So it's actually bad for Edge if hurt more is level 15. Unless Edge goes and finds something else to hurt more.
Yeah, if it's heal more at 15 and he does get a pretty good strength boost, well, it'd have to be a huge strength boost.
Yeah, it'd have to be 25 to 30 for you to dive.
So it's looking like we're probably going to hit 16, maybe even 17 at this point in time.
But one more enemy for Edge will be a level, and Ness needs one more fight after the green dragon.
And here we go. This Magiwyvern will give Edge level 15. And let's see what we get. Are we going to get big money? Big money, big money, no whammies and stop.
That's a good gain, but it's not quite enough. And it's going to be both heal more and hurt more. So if Edge stays here and grinds, he is going to fall behind. Big time on the experience.
Yeah, they're gonna need at least one more level. And once NEScard gets hurt more, but NEScard still doesn't, well, I mean...
Well, he's gonna get hurt more when he kills this green dragon. But Ness also might dive, but I don't think he will dive. I think once you get hurt more, the notion of diving Sharlock just goes away.
Yeah, especially, like, I'm surprised Edge isn't hurt more on this Rate Knight, actually, instead of swinging.
But yeah, I think we're gonna start to... If Ness starts using hurt more on the green dragon, he'll start taking an experience lead here.
If it hits.
Then the question just becomes, does Ness skip the judges' table going down? If he does, that's huge for Edge. If he doesn't, that could actually help Ness win this race. If he gets an experience lead and, Or is he going to go dive now? Or no, he's looking for something else now. Probably the green dragon zone in the desert.
No, he still needs to get the rainbow drop, too, so he's probably on his way to get that right now, so he can dive Sherlock.
Yeah, maybe he does dive for the sword early. Who knows? Maybe he thinks that next level will be the level that he needs. And he dives early, hoping that it will work. Yeah, skipping vanilla is totally the right move. Just not in this seed.
Now, I mean, is Edge going to make the ploy at 15 that when he gets close to 16, is he going to go down and maybe try to get the level on the way down and hope you get a big strength gain?
I think not, because you're still too far away. You're still looking for at least 10 strength at the next level.
Yeah, that's true. Unless they get a big 40 or 50 point hit point boost, but I can't see that happening. Alright, Ness has his rainbow drop and is in go mode. Grind and go. He's going to dive, so let's see if he... No, he's not. He's going to grind.
Going back to those green dragons. Those green dragons are juicy. Hurt more dead. Almost always dead. But that's a juicy spot right there.
Yeah, and he doesn't really need the sword to take them out now with Hurt more, so he can get the sword on the way down to kill the Dragon Lord fairly easily.
Yeah, he's going to have a harder time grinding on the way down, Ness is. That's why he needs to do it now. Because he just doesn't have the sword to grind on the way down.
Here we go. It's a race to the grind now. It's going to be a race to 16. Edge has like a 350 experience point lead, but that's going to go down quick with NES getting these green dragons.
Yep, with Hurt more, Ness by far has the best grind, so... Edge has like more of a consistent grind, but Ness is just... If he keeps getting green dragons, he just gets ahead. But he's not getting a lot of green dragons right now.
No, maybe the green dragons have run away.
That's what happens every time. You know how many seeds I've done where armored knights would terrorize, and then I get hurt more and I never see another one the rest of the seed?
Wow, Edge's stream just went and fast forward there.
Oh, I think Edge accidentally hit fast forward for a second there. Whoops, those emulator issues sometimes. Watch those hotkeys, everyone. There's an important, PSA for you. Don't have hotkeys on your emulator when you're racing.
Oh well, we got blue dragon, green dragon. We are over 2 hours and we're still not ready for Sherlock. I rolled a doozy here. They're not gonna like me after this. I might get banned too, Highspirits.
They're not gonna like me either. Look what I put them through. To be fair, that also bit me in the butt also, but... So 16, there's a chance we can do it. Just gonna need some good level up here.
Yeah, if they get a good amount of strength, there's a good chance.
So I just want to say, Angry Canuck, it was nice working with you. Probably never going to be working again together. So it was nice while it lasted.
Yeah, I think they're pretty much going to ban us from this rolling stuff.
Let's just say if, somehow they meet up later in the tournament, we request commentating their race.
Oh, we definitely will. If they meet up later on, we definitely have to do another one. But you get to roll the first one again.
So Ness is going back to recover, which is allowing Edge to keep the slight experience lead. Just Edge, what he has right now is knowledge that Sherlock sucks, it's terrible, and that the sword is in the worst possible spot. So if Ness skips the vanilla spot, Edge suddenly gains a few minutes more wiggle room. So We'll see how this all works out here at the end. Yes, 9750 is level 16.
So Edge is almost there.
200 away.
Is about 300 or 400 behind, so this next level is a lot of power. This could be big for Edge. Because NES still has to go to the sword, and we know the sword's in the vanilla location.
Yeah, that's the big question mark. Does NES go there first or not? I think if, it's such a terrible thing to have to even think about. But you just don't know what you're going to do, like, indicate what NES is going to do. But we're going to have our level with Edge right here. What do we get? We dive. Go kill him.
How much power did we get? I took my eyes off the screen.
15 power.
Go!
That's go mode. You go now. So that puts us at 136 attack power, which puts a damage range of 9 to 18. So average 14 a hit means you need about 11 to 12 attacks, and they currently have 13 heal mores. So they have room to burn 1 or 2 heal mores on the way down if needed. So there is a little bit of wiggle room, especially considering how many Armored Knights and Red Dragons there are. So that could be right there what determines the race. Who gets Fun Policed or AK'd?
Yeah, I think right now Edge is in the driver's seat, but if this Sherlock dive turns out to go bad on him, NES could quickly sneak up behind him and take the lead. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for the end. Alright, Edge is on the first floor, kind of getting a hero walk here, coming across a golem. With 82 agility, he should be a favorite to run for most things down here at this point.
Except for the 2 things he's going to run across all the time. Because that's still under 50%. In fact, it's only about 43, 42% for Red Dragon.
And Edge using the torch to preserve MP, so he'll have all his heal mores.
Yeah, I mean, that is true. Edge could fail once and still have the advantage. It all depends on what NES does. If he goes to judge's table first or not.
Yeah, but I mean, what reason would you have to go to the judge's table first? I mean, how would you come to that conclusion? How could you come to that conclusion at this time?
You do Eternal Newbie's logic. This seed is garbage. It's gotta be there. Also, Edge should probably heal up a little bit more, considering he just ran into 3 Red Dragons and Armored Knights back to back to back, and he was able to get away for the most part.
I mean, right now, if Edge gets there with full resources, it's pretty much... it comes down to a miss menu, because he's pretty much a lock for it.
Yeah, if he has all of his heal mores, for certain, he even has heal mores to burn right now. Like I said, he only needs about 11 to 12 attacks on average to kill the Dragon Lord, and he has 13 heal mores right now. So you're assuming that you're going to get at least 1 or 2 doubles, including the beginning of the fight and the end of the fight. So you still have a little wiggle room. 1 heal more for sure. 2 still has a good chance. Once you go beyond that, though, it gets sketchy.
Yeah, it looks like he's getting a pretty good run, though. A couple of blue dragons. There's the Armored Knight, and it gets a first strike and does 23.
Yeah, I think you definitely got to start burning herbs here, Edge, which he started doing, because there's just so many Armored Knights and Red Dragons in here.
Looks like NES is heading down himself.
And he already burned a heal more, so... That might even put him in less desire to go to the judge's table first. If he's like, I'm already down a heal more.
Oh boy, this is a tricky spot for Edge, but he gets away.
Yeah, Edge cannot burn any magic or he loses a heal more, so... I would say, use the fairy flute every once in a while if you get a lot of golems in a row. Just so you get a free run.
He's getting some heavy encounter bad luck here.
Yeah, he's getting away most of the time, but he has to burn a heal more now.
Gotta burn it.
That's fine. That's definitely a gimme right there. After that, now it gets harder and harder.
That's not bad.
Hurt! You almost forget they had it, but there was like a 25% chance of casting.
This armored knight is not letting Edge get away. This is gonna have to burn another one.
And this is what we talked about: is the armored knight, red dragons could determine the winner.
He does manage to get away, but he did have to burn 2 heal mores here. So
yeah,
this
he can't
does
burn
put his
anymore.
percentage down.
Yeah, if he burns another, he's going to be in serious shape to not win.
And we still haven't seen the trap tile yet, so if it's an armored knight or a red dragon, I mean, that could cost you another one.
And it looks like Ness is skipping the judges' table. The vanilla sword stone. It looked like he's going to the treasury first. But if he doesn't get away, he might have to burn another heal more also. Oh boy, they're both down 2 heal mores now. So they both right now have the same handicap.
Even if NES does get the sword, I don't know if he is gonna even... Oh, no, an NES in hard shape here again. Armored Knight not letting him go.
Yeah, if he burns another, that's it.
Oh, he has to. He doesn't have a choice.
Yeah, his Armored Knight in the trap tile. That you better hope that you don't get heal more. And is he gonna burn the? Don't burn the. Oh, he lost another heal more, and it didn't. Stop spell didn't even work.
Oh my god!
Oh, no.
He's going for it again.
He still has 10 heal more, so he still can do it, but it's now a little bit sketchier. He still can do it with 10 heal more. He only needs about 11 to 12 attack.
But now he's got no herbs, so if this Dragon Lord 1 doesn't play ball, he could be in rough shape heading in.
Yeah.
And NES going for the treasury first, so he's still gonna have to go back to get the Erdrick sword.
Yep, and Ness is down to 10 heal mores too, so it's like, uh-oh, Dragon Lord 1 is not being generous with a hurt more to start.
Another hurt more if he doesn't get him. Oh, an attack.
Oh no. Gotta kill him here.
Oh, if Dragon Lord gets first strike, this could be dicey.
Yeah. Oh, no back attack, so need to see some decent damage rolls. Anything from above, anything above or 13, 14's above, that's good for him.
13 out of 16 to start, so that's a good start, but looks like NES had the outside before he got Erdrick's sword.
40 damage so far. He has between 150 and 165. We don't know, and we won't show you until after the fight.
At least, well, NES card knows where the sword is, so he's probably going to grab the sword this time and kill the Dragon Lord all in one shot. That's his plan.
Yep.
Because he knew he was going to have to take a death anyway, so I'm kind of surprised he didn't try for the sword at least before he took the death, but this ain't looking too peachy on Edge's side at the moment.
It's not doing too bad. That's 75 damage. He's still definitely on pace. He keeps rolling these 16s. He's going to be golden. Or 85. I might have been off by 10. So he's at 101 with 3 more heal mores. He's in pretty good shape as long as he stays away from the 11s.
This is going to come down to his last swipe.
Oh yeah, it's going to be close. But I still think he's in pretty good shape.
That
Ooh, there's a 10. That's ugly. So yeah, this is going to come down to how much damage he can do and how much health he has. 137, I believe.
Oh,
ooh,
no.
He rolls a miss. Can he do it?
Oh,
yes, he did it! GG!
Oh my god, get your GGs out in chat for this Marathon Seed, folks. That was it. That was the end.
And Edge, and there you go, by the way, 157 health he had. GG to Edgeworth, who finishes first in the race. with a final time of 2:19.24. And Ness just took a death, sadly, on his second attempt down. He's not having very much luck right now getting through.
No, and he still has to get Erdrick's swords, so...
And GG, welcome to Edgeworth on that victory, surviving Sharlock by the hair of your chinny chin confused old man.
That was looking pretty good up until that 2 heal more armor knight, and then that was the last guy that I wanted to see in the Dragon Lord. That was looking pretty good up until
somehow worked out.
That
GG
2 heal
Edge,
more
just like to say, I'm sorry for rolling this mess.
It's okay. It was better than the guy that I wanted to see.
Actually,
in the Dragon
Melee
Lord
Wizard finished the last one in 1:45.
Yeah, I mean, like, time-wise, but at least... I'm not too happy about, unofficial chaos mode type seeds where you have to, search both spots to find the noodle. Yeah, I mean, like, time-wise, but at least... yeah, this one, though, it seemed like all the mid-range enemies were just completely unofficial gone. Chaos I didn't see type seeds where you Droll Magi, Rogue Scorpion, to find the noodle. I saw a couple of Druin Lords, but they seem to be pretty rare.
Yeah, that middle of the road, like from say 10 to 14. I mean, you guys had no heals. Like, I mean, it was hard to do any exploration. It was hard to grind. I mean, the only thing that saved you was you found the armor about probably 20 to 25 minutes before NES did.
Yeah, the armor was in. Cantlin was in kind of a tough spot, and it was frustrating too that I rolled low on a couple of those herb uses because I wanted to leave Cantlin and kind of poke around the area to see if I could find the harp cave, and I just died on it.
Yeah, what happened is Ness wasn't actually too far behind you with the Cantlin check, but the thing is he never checked the coordinates. He decided to finish mapping the northern part up there, and he ended up dying before finding Hawksness, the Staff of Rain, and then getting the coordinates. And then he ended up doing several levels worth of grinding without the armor.
Yeah. And I think the placement of the sword too was that's kind of rough because I know a lot of people like to get their levels then go into Sharlock and check the treasury, but man, it really feels bad when it's in the vanilla spot and you do that.
Yeah,
I think there's one person you can blame for that, and that's Eternal Newbie, because when we were playing the $100,000 pyramid guessing game, Eternal Newbie said, "This seed sucks. It has to be at vanilla."
I'm just happy that I was able to get through it. If I would have died, that's a pretty decent time loss because before I got those couple of levels with the sword, there wasn't a lot that you could fight in Sharlock.
Yeah, notice you got a little lost going for the judges table as well. We were hollering at you to go up the stairs, but
yeah, I don't go there enough. I had to finally cast Radiant. I was saving it for some heals, and I'm like, you know what? I'm completely lost.
That was a perfect example of confused old man playing random.
Yeah, that was the best example that you'll see in a while.
So yeah, so far, NEScard, you went into the Sharlock a little bit before Ness, but he hadn't pulled out the sword yet. And he's on his way to get the sword now. But he made one dive, got to the treasury, didn't find the sword, died. Went in a second time just after you GG'd and died on the first floor to a red dragon. And now he is pretty much picking up his sword. And yeah, how did you feel about all those armored knights and red dragons in there? You probably encountered at least 20 of them.
Yeah, the top of Sharlock was nasty. Once you got past it, it felt like the armor knights were the big problem, but occasionally they'd cast hurt, so that wasn't so bad. The red dragons having fire breath though was I was just kind of poking around earlier just to see what was there, and as soon as I got lit up, I'm like, nah, I gotta go find a grind spot.
Well, Ness right now is struggling against an armored knight. He hasn't quite got the sword yet. He had to burn one heal more, but you you do have at least a wiggle room of 2 to 3 heal mores before it really becomes an issue. Oh yeah, he did get the sword. Okay, he's on the bottom floor now. But yeah, there's once you got to 80 magic, were you sweating a little bit because we knew the math was getting a little fuzzy.
Yeah, and I was just hoping. I was like, "Come on, you jerk, do stop spell," and he just never did. And I'm like, "Okay, then don't back attack me." And thankfully, he obliged me on that point because getting towards the end, I was just like, especially that 46 that he rolled. I'm like, should I swing on this or not? I didn't really like my chances.
I'm sure you were sweating when you were at 137 damage with 2 attacks left, and you rolled a 9.
Yeah, I was so mad. I was just like, well, this is how I die, right?
Well, he ended up having 157, so you did thoroughly still overkill him with that last attack.
Yeah, it was just I was just happy that I hit the the correct end of the range that time. But yeah, that was a tough seed all around. Like I said, like where did all the Wolf Lords go?
And I think NEScard just
with heal more.
Yeah, I think that's the first time Ness has discovered that Armor Knights have heal more on the trap tile. And now he's trying to stop spell, which is it's a 25% resistance. He has a 4 of 16 resist. So
he's got to burn another heal more now. He doesn't have a choice.
Yep, he's down to 10 heal mores now for the Dragon Lord fight. So it's time to clench and hope and pray for NEScard.
Yeah. He's going to get him, but he might have to burn. Oh, the excellent move. Overkill City. He's burning a heal, so he still has 10 heal mores.
All right, I'm gonna hop out. Thanks again for being flexible with your schedule, y'all. I will remember to read the tournament rules next time.
Yes, we plan on making a post about that. But GG, congrats on 3-0. You are automatically in the bracket now. Now you're just playing for C.
Hooray! I'll get Mr. Holmes next.
Yeah, GG Edge, well ran, buddy, for a tough seed. Like I said, sorry I rolled it, but you did well.
All right, thanks, man. Have a good night.
Yep, see ya. And it looks like NEScard had trouble with an enemy and just burnt the rest of his herbs trying to get to the Dragon Lord. But here we go. 10 heal mores and hope and a prayer.
Let's see if the Dragon Lord one is a little nicer to NES than it was to Edge. And the answer is nope. Hurt more right out of the gate. No, he does get the stop spell on the second round. Edge did get attacked. NES used the herb, but the Dragon Lord comes out with another hurt more. So here we go. Dragon Lord 2 will, because I think an ambush would pretty much make this fight really bad.
Nope, but he starts off just fine with a 16 and no back attack.
No, there's nothing in the rules that the runner has to finish, but most runners like to finish when they're that close.
Yeah, NEScard is someone who usually likes to try to finish a seed if he can. Right now, he's not doing too well as he just rolled 2 10s in a row. So usually NEScard tries to finish out a seed if he can. But he's not getting good rolls against the Dragon Lord right
now. No, he's at 49, and he's already down to almost half his heal mores, so... 15's a boost, though. I'd say another couple of min rolls like that, and I think this is...
he's going on 47. It's risky, but... Ooh, so he had a 1 in 8 chance of dying there, approximately. But he didn't. He had to take that risk because he's behind, but that double should help him out.
Yeah, but one too many more min rolls, and he could be in trouble.
Yeah, he's getting a lot of 10s and 11s. That's, not the best rolls he's getting.
No, he's got about 3 swings left in him, but that 16 was big. Huge hit. Here we go. He's got 2 more swings to do it. And down goes the Dragon Lord. Get out your GGs in chat.
So yes, NEScardinality is going to finish in second. with a final time of, yes, we're seeing into the future here, 2:29:30.
Yes, folks, remember to follow these runners. They did one heck of a job with a difficult seed. They gave you a good show in the face of adversity.
GG and welcome, NEScardnality. How did you feel about that?
That was one of the most fun seeds I've ever played. It was loaded with interesting challenges. I took a lot of, well, I guess you could call them gambles. It's just really unfortunate that, first of all, the armor was on the map. Secondly, it was obtainable without the princess. And thirdly, I gained all those levels without heal more or hurt more. I just kept thinking, even if we could get the armor, it's not worth it. Like, I should just finish off the next level. We'll get one of those spells, and then we can do everything. Maybe even dive for the sword if we get heal more. So I was happy with everything I did.
I'd like to say GG, and sorry for rolling this on you.
Yeah, GG, I apologize for earlier, too.
No worries.
So yeah, the armor actually might have played a difference, because for that long grind in the center, you had a slightly better spot than Edge, but because he didn't have to go back and heal very often because he had the armor, he was just able to stay a few hundred experience points. And then the Sharlock dive, he had already dived for the sword, but like when you did your dive, so he was on the way down for, he didn't have to go out of his way to get the sword. And I think that armor actually did help him out a lot because you had a better grind.
Yeah, the armor had to be the difference. I figure if I got the armor, well, it's hard to say 10 minutes, but I don't know. I could have tested out not using stop spell at all, and that could have made my grind even faster. So there's definitely that. Even if I had to still heal and go back to the inn, not having to use stop spell definitely would have made a big difference. So, yeah, I think that was the defining factor. And what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh yeah,
I have a question actually. Not to cut you off, but something appeared in chat here. It's like, why didn't you get the coordinates the first time you were in Cantlin? Why did you return?
Yeah, that's the other thing. So I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, well, they could be here, they could be in Hawksness, for the armor anyway. And it would have been such a struggle to get to Cantlin in such a long distance. I kept thinking to myself, I want to maintain my position. I want to get out there and find the rest of the stuff over here. I guess I didn't have any treasure chests left to open, but still, like, I wanted to find Hawksness, and, if it had been like an Axe Knight or a Stone Man, there were things I could have beaten around that time, I'm not sure exactly where I was at that point, but if I had the broadsword, that's true, and if not, like, I was just figuring I couldn't get out alive with just herbs, so I was going to wait, a level or two, and then come back with, a heal spell or more HP, and then get the coordinates and sweep up the rest. And that's just not how the levels unfolded. I kept not getting heal spells, and I kept thinking, leveling appears to be the way to go here to get one of those spells, and we just never got one, so it didn't work out.
There's a couple more questions here in chat. One is, why didn't you go for the sword before you took the death after the treasury? And did you ever think about doing a ghetto grind for the flame?
Oh, I thought about it a lot. People might have noticed that on a couple of my visits to Gorinham, I opened the gold chests in there. I think I did it twice. And I was constantly thinking about it, and I was trying to weigh, again, it's the exact same argument. It's like an additional, 8 attack power versus, if I fight like 6 green dragons, I might learn hurt more or even heal more. And that would accelerate everything regardless. So it was all about the gamble for those spells, and I was just shut out of them. And if I had gotten just one of them on the first level that I ground there, you would have seen a totally different race, and you would have seen why I made that choice. It just didn't work out for me. As for the sword, I kept thinking about it, and I kept worrying that, without... Well, first of all, I didn't have the armor. But even with the armor, it really was close. Again, getting a level versus trying to make it all the way down with no knowledge of what's in Sharlock, and there were loads of armored knights and red dragons, and having to make it all the way down to the bottom with very minimal resources. Well, before I had heal anyway, and once I had heal, it was like, well, Hurtmore's got to be, like 1 level away or whatever. So, again, that was the thought process.
Yeah, that's one of those seeds where you're like, just one more, no, I guess, and then you look back and you're like, it was never one more. But it is starting to get late, and our poor restreamer needs to head off. So if you have any last comments or thoughts or concerns or questions on your race,
I just want to give a big thank you to Edgeworth for approaching this like an evenly matched race and winning it like a champion. And good luck to the rest of the tournament.
Awesome. And after this race right now, Edgestream has moved on to 3-0. He is guaranteed a spot in the bracket. NEScardnality falls to 2-1 and has to do a little bit more work to get in. But I think that will do it for us tonight. What do you say, Hangry?
Yeah, no, it's been a long seed, a big slog. I hope the folks at home had a good show. And once again, GG to NES and Edgestream and for putting on a good show. And hopefully everybody has a good night.
Yep, GG.
Have a good night, everyone.
Yep, GG to NEScard and Edgestream, and also to our tracker, Tsukiya, and our restreamer / tracker, Tyrannex. Thank you all very much. And I think there is some races going on right now on either Randomania 3 and maybe 2 still has a race going on right now.
So who we rating?
I don't know. Probably 3, because 3 is the freshest race right now. I don't know. Can I raid him?